Welcome guys, welcome. We're going to be doing a fairly extended playthrough of the new Ways of War DLC for Age of Wonders 4. Now I have actually just flicked out of my influencer build of this. I've had it for a few days. The actual, it's only just come out today basically. So when I looked it up, I thought it was coming out tomorrow, but it's actually saying today. So I'm assuming this will actually work. We'll just see if it is. If not, I will then flick back to the influencer build of the game, so I can still do a bit of an advanced preview, I guess, of the actual DLC. Seems to be sort of working there. Ways of War is in there. There we go. So we should be okay. Expansion Pass 2 is available now. If you do want to get sort of like all of the coming DLC as well. So Ways of War is what we'll actually then go and focus on. So we'll go into new game. I'm thinking this will work. This is version 1.009.001.99091. There we are. I think it used to come up with the influencer build down the bottom there. Anyway, it didn't update, so I'm assuming that the influencer build and the current version are the same at this point in time. The game did actually update like overnight, so it sort of has updated a few hours ago. All right, so let's go into it, because the game actually, the DLC would have released an hour and a half ago, I guess. So if you are watching this, then, well, if you're watching, there won't be really many people watching this right now because I've only just started, and I didn't publicise that I would be starting at this time. But we'll just get into it. But if anyone does have any questions, sing out during the chat, during the live stream, and I'll do my best to answer them. It's a great game, Age of Wonders 4. My favourite series of games of all time. Like by a mile. Actually, I absolutely love this game. I find it so immersive, and Age of Wonders 4 is by far the best of the of all the iterations of the game. And not just because it is the most modern. It actually really, there's so much work that's been done in this game. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let's just go into new game. There's a few things we can do. Actually, click it. There we are. All right. So I won't really focus too much on what's actually in the Ways of War DLC. I will highlight them just so you can sort of see what they actually are. And but I don't think I'm not going to go out of my way to play too much of it, if you know what I mean. Like, so I'm not going to, for example, we've got Golden Glades, which is these are premium challenge realms. We also then have, there's nothing in the actual story realms. That's the only one that's come through in the actual premium challenge realms and through there. And so these are all sort of applied using different DLC. So the Golden Glades, as an example, comes in with, if we go and select that one, in fact, if I select it, I think this will then show me most of the extra things that come with the actual map settings with Ways of War will then be highlighted in through here. Now it is using a divide, so a land-dominated realm divided in two by an ocean. This realm consists of two massive land masses separated by an ocean. That's the divide, which is just part of the base game. But then the extra ones that do come through is Tropical Realm. This is actually comes through with the Ways of War. Ways of War embraces the Eastern mythology, and so it's sort of got more of the, I guess you'd sort of think of East Asia. It'll have that East Asia influence, as you can see through here with the portal, sort of showing like a bamboo swamp. So you do actually have the tropical features in through here. So Arctic desert and desolate provinces are rare. Blossom Orchard resource nodes and prestigious pickups are abundant, so you'll find them everywhere. But Blossom Orchard is a new feature that you can then go in and see on the map. Then we have, this is the Land of Conflict, which again is a Ways of War a DLC edition. So forces of calamity and prosperity occupy the land, so accursed fiend and prosperity units are common. So this will then sort of seed the world with like special eastern ogres and things like this. Then we've also then got the Sworn Rivalry. So this realm is the stage of a violent dispute between three Oathsworn Godir who disagree on matters of doctrine. The Oathsworn Godir, Zorn the Disciplined, Aya the Enlightened, and Miagara the Scalded are present and start at higher level. Zorn and the Disciple and Aya, they're all at war basically. So this is essentially one where you have to possibly pick a side and then help one of the Godir to win, in which case you would then win as an ally. is the way that one sort of does work. Again, these are all going to be, these particular characters are all going to ultimately be, like this is an orc, for example, Zorn the Disciplined. And you can see that these are all going to have the Oathsworn culture down through here, back and through here. So, and they're going to have like a different way. So this particular ogre group is righteous, for example. And then the next one, so Aya the Enlightened is also going to be Oathsworn with Harmony. And then finally we've got Miagra the Scalded is going to be, this is another ogre with Oathsworn Strife, which is like the destructive version. What's Aya the Enlightened? Is that, yeah, that's Simeon. So this is the new monkey faction that's come in. So we've got Simeon in through that side, and we have Ogre is the other sort of humanoid type that does come into the actual game itself. I think I'm actually live. I'm not sure. I'll just let me double check. Oh yeah, yep, okay. I'll just go back to the game. Right. Sorry about that. Yes, I wasn't sure. Hi, Cecil. How are you going? Yeah, normally I'm sort of used to people saying hi or something a bit earlier, so I think, oh, maybe there's not that many, like maybe I'm not actually live streaming, like that I've actually done the wrong thing, that I'm sort of streaming somewhere else, like in Twitch or somewhere like that. But anyway, that's everything is coming up, so that's all good. And then finally we have Unfolding Mysteries, so complex realm trait. In this realm, intrigue and skullduggery are rampant, so the intrigue happening type has a high chance of occurring during the mid-game. A diverse set of rulers will increase the chance of occurrence. So in this case, again, this is another sort of miscellaneous trait that has come through with Ways of War. But I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play it because I'm thinking of just going back and playing more of a random game. And then we'll sort of maybe we'll just, I think if we end up playing that and then also choose an Oathsworn faction to go into it, it's going to be a little bit too much with all of that. So what we'll do is we'll go to Unknown Realm. And with Unknown Realm, it means we have random settings in through here. The relative map size, we'll go medium. We'll go with 7 players. We'll go difficulty hard. So we'll make it a little bit more difficult for ourselves. So the difficulty is determines the hostility of the world and the AI strength. So we'll go that way. Unknown traits. So this is the complexity of the unknown traits. We'll go normal because that could still make it very, very difficult. Sister's saying, doing horrible. The game's not updated for me yet. Oh wait, now it is. There we go. So doing great. Hi Voxter, how are you going? So saying, well, I am sick, but that makes but this makes things a lot better. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how I've played over the years different games when I've been like had the flu and things like that, and so like I tend to have played them on a laptop or something like that. But I then don't like the game because I then associate it with being sick. I'm thinking of some games I still do love, but it's I remember one game in particular I absolutely flogged. When I had the flu 1 week, and it was Field of Glory, but it was the original Field of Glory game, like the not Field of Glory 2 Medieval or anything like that. It was actually the original Field of Glory from way, way back. And I still remember sort of getting sick of the game because I didn't feel good. Grimdark, anyway, I hope you feel better. Grimdark is saying, hey all, I really wanted to play this. The patch is loaded. I should be excited, but Dad's got me addicted to Sims too. So, yeah, there's a lot of great games coming out at the moment. Like a hell of a lot, actually, which is really, really cool. Anyway, we'll go hard. We'll go normal unknown traits, which means that these will then sort of be like a medium mix of what we don't know what that's going to be. The term system we'll go with classic turns. Advanced settings, I don't know if I'll worry too much about the advanced settings. I think I'll just go with whatever. Yeah, let's just confirm that.
Your journey.
Now, let's go and create a faction. I've enjoyed doing the random factions, but I think we'll create a faction. It's sort of funny, like I don't know, like if you guys want to see a particular style. If you want an Oathsworn, we could sort of go and start one of those up. I might even not choose one of the chassis that come with the game, but maybe build something a bit different. So maybe if we have a look at the Oathsworn and then work backwards. So let's go to create faction. Oh, hang on, we're already yeah. So we're doing it through here. These are the two new ones are Simeon and Ogrekin. Now we don't have to pick them. These have got like different abilities. Like this one's cheerful, light-footed, quick reflexes. The Ogrekin are inner fire, faster recuperation, and hardy. The ogres have like almost in a traditional ogre sort of sense, for like from Lord of the Rings. Well, not even from Lord of the Rings, but they do actually have recuperation, so they do recuperate fairly quickly. Vox just saying the classic Field of Glory is a game I never tried. Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually back in the day. It's sort of it was quite different to the Field of Glory that we have now. The one we have now is much better, but it was very good for its era. The original one, I really got hooked on Field of Glory from the first game, from the first computer game. It's actually funny. I guess I can talk about it a little bit, but there was at the time, because I've always enjoyed Matrix and Slytherin games, and when I was playing that original game a lot, and there was something I kept on hammering. The Slytherin guys about when are you gonna bring out the next DLC for it? I forget what it was. There was one that there was the board game one that actually had a DLC that the computer game hadn't had, and they kept on fobbing me off. And in the end, they said, "Look, just hold on a couple more months because we've got a new game coming out," and that happened to be Pike and Shot, and so that was the start of transforming the original Field of Glory style of game into the one that we currently play. So Pike and Shot was the first of the more modern Field of Glory. Anyway, we're talking Age of Wonders 4, so we'll go back to that one there. But I did enjoy the original. It was quite cool. So I'm thinking that if we're going to go, let's just go and pick any of them actually at this point in time. I'm thinking of actually playing Siren and then playing as having one of these. Playing as an Oathsworn rather than playing with one of the two new factions, just to be a little bit different. The Sirens did come in fairly recently with the Eldritch Realms DLC, as did Insectoid, but I think Siren could possibly be a good fit. These are sort of like elves to a degree, but more a little bit more different. We can actually go and pick the different sorts of traits. So if we go and edit these, what we'll find is that we actually have, these are what we end up having for the Sirens. So by default, we have adaptable. So non-hero units gain plus 20% experience. I like that one actually, that's a good one. They're all good. Arcane focus, so magic attacks deal plus 15% damage, and empowered by magic. So this is a very, very magical faction. But there is now new things coming with the like Inner Fire has now come through. This one, melee attackers sustain fire damage, so that it also gives them fire resistance, which is sort of, I don't know if the ogres I would consider fire based. Almost would think that there may be other ones that might be like draconian. Like if you went lizard folk and ultimately went draconian, that would sort of, for me, probably sort of feel a bit better than using that with ogres. I mean, we could go and play as ogres, and let me know in the chat if you want me to play as something in particular. I know a lot of people were interested in the Simeon style, but the Sirens I thought could be a fun one to sort of play. What else was there? There was the ogres had Inner Fire. So these have now come into the base game as well, I think. Fast recuperation, so regenerate an additional plus 10 hit points per world map turn. So this one allows them to fight for like better in other territory, and hardy back in through here. So this is, your units can take a little more damage. So plus 8 hit points. So these have certainly got like a Asian appearance, like in terms of the mythological Asian sort of ogres, rather than but we can change that as well. So we could sort of make it into more of a I guess a Western European style of ogre, if we wanted to. The Simians, which have come through, have got the cheerful. So these are more likely to have critical hits. light-footed. So this one allows them to actually move through each other, so they don't block, the friendly units don't block movement, which is actually quite strong. The avian also have that. So they actually come in with light-footed as well. But we can chop and change these as well, and then quick reflexes, 20% harder to hit by ranged attacks, and that shares. I'm guessing. I wonder if this one of the reasons I don't particularly want to play them is because the halflings have both of those as well. These are basically just little monkey halflings, so I'm not going to play this one. So we'll leave that one alone. But I was thinking if we do play as Oathsworn, I think it would be cool to show the Oathsworn style of things. But I'm thinking I don't really like the Simians because they're little halfling creatures, and I don't really think the Ogrekin fits for me with that. But Sirens potentially could, I think. Monkeys seem great, says NFX. I know a lot of people are actually looking forward to playing as them. Can I make it work? I don't think I can. Just for my own style. This for me is probably the new halflings for me. Hate the halflings, hate the monkeys. But it's in reality, it wouldn't be bad. But I think it's just going to be so like everyone's going to be playing it that way. So maybe humans, Oathsworn would fit well. That's why I'm thinking Siren, just to be a little bit more magical. And I think that the Siren we could make work whichever way. And if we just have a quick look at the traits, we're in that great rush to sort of do things in through here. We've got the different adaptations. We don't want any of those. Adaptable, I do like. I think that's a good one with the experience. Elusive, hardy. I think being a magical like this, a lot of streaming the monkeys. I would assume so. I think nearly everyone will be. That's why I'm thinking with the ogres. I think we could actually make the ogres work. If we went full on destruction ogre, we could play that way. Play as an oath. Maybe what we'll do is let's just go and confirm this one. And select that one for starters, and then we'll just talk about the Oathsworn and how they work, because we can always just go back and choose another faction to play with that one. So we end up with a new culture, the Oathsworn, in through here. You can see the little WW there. So this is a society that functions through strong sense of devotion, rewarding its rulers for their dedication to their chosen oath. So has higher draft income and swear devotion to an oath that guides their people. It's probably not a sort of faction that I would play a lot, to be honest. See, this is why the style of it is again very, very Eastern, and for me the ogres just don't quite fit in that sort of style. I know that there is stuff that does happen with that one. When you go to Oathsworn, you then actually have three different styles. You've got like harmony, so your people follow a path of harmony, seeking cooperation and to clear the world of threats. So in this case, they're good. Gain plus 100 relations with free cities and rulers. When vassalizing a conquered city, they start at vassalage phase instead of the tributary phase. And culture units have harmonize, so that will then allow them to, when this unit drops below 60% of their maximum hit points, gain an effect through devotion. They sort of get they can heal different sorts of points depending on how close they are to their oath, this is pretty cool actually. When you look at this harmonize, depending on how well your culture has gone with its devotion. So if they're an oath breaker, they become weakened for 3 turns. If they're neutral, they heal for 5. Adherents, they heal for 10. Devotee, they heal for 20, and paragon of their oath, basically they heal for 30. So that does actually allow a lot of that's actually a pretty cool thing there to actually have. Become stronger as you gain devotion, so devotion is actually you can see down through there the levels of devotion. So between 0 and 19 is neutral, then 20 to 30 to 69 is, and this will actually appear on the screen as well when you actually do play as the oath. As the Oathsworn. It's sort of like another resource essentially. Okay, so we've got the strength of the harmonized nobility and warrior soul culture. So these are the other ones. In fact, we'll go to each one of these. So harmonized is the good one. Righteousness is also good as well. So your people follow a path of righteousness, working to be a positive force for good upon the world. Negative alignment gain is doubled. So if you do negative things, it's going to affect you very, very negatively. Cult units have nobility, and nobility, again, we have different sorts of spirit damage. Now, if they're oath breakers, they end up with negative 20% damage. So and then we've got the so effects are increased for non-repeating attacks. So there's even more than for just single attacks. Again, just different sorts of spirit damage with that one through there. So this is sort of like a force of good, like as it says there. And if you do anything evil, it's going to then punish you. Become stronger as you gain devotion. Yeah, blah blah blah. The last one is strife, which is the complete opposite. So your people follow a path of strife, seeking to forge their strength in the fires of war. So gain grievances against rulers with an overall better ranking. So raising cities in pillaging provinces take less turns. Raising cities in pillaging provinces yield Imperium as well. So cult units have the Warrior's Soul. Now the Warrior's Soul does fire damage. So as they do, so essentially base attacks deal extra damage when the attacker is not outnumbered, based on the culture's devotion. So when you have the advantage, you will do even more. So I was saying, "Hail to the King of the Nerds." There we go. Sorry, I lost a few of the other ones. So Picklefather saying, "Managed to catch you live." Howdy, Mr. Daz. Hi, Picklefather. How you going? Grimdark saying, "Siren could do well. Maybe switch out the arcane for one of the inners." Yeah. Maybe we do that. Maybe we do one of the, so we can change that one back. Do we make it? Let's go back with, now that we've actually got this information. Do you guys have a preference for which oath you would like to follow? Because I guess if we start from this aspect and work back, if we play as Warrior's Soul, we're going to end up essentially being a force of destruction on the world. We're going to be wanting to take over, become stronger as you with this one through here. So we end up, we will actually have other devotions we'll need to then go and do. So that's sort of something where, if we go, whichever way, I don't mind whichever one we go, but I think what we'll do is we'll pick a faction like to suit whichever oath we want. So again, harmonise, seeking cooperation to clear the world of threats. This is more of a diplomatic sort of style. Righteousness. So in fact, even the I thought that they change as well. Do they? Yeah, they do a little bit. Some of them change a little bit. So strife, they become sort of more evil through there. I started with strife myself, says Radagar. I've been playing with strife. I quite like it, to be honest. You end up with you start off with one chaos. This one starts off with order, and this one starts off with nature. So the nature one is more neutral. So it goes neutral, good, evil, essentially. So you guys happy for me to play strife? I like if we go back to strife, we could play as a Ogrekin, I guess. We could sort of start that way, or we could play as something different with it. It could be anything evil, really, couldn't we? I don't mind really whichever way we're going to go. We're going to be still doing whatever we have to do. Go strife, says Sithel. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's go back then and choose our chassis based on that strife. So, do we go Ogrekin? Do we play as these ones have the inner fire trait already? And if they go oath sworn strife, then we're going to end up with a where everything doubles up to fire. Or is there something better for fire? Lupine, lizard folk, orcoid. That would actually sort of work. Even evil, like Chaos Dwarf type thing. We could go like almost like a Warhammer Chaos Dwarf aspect, and sort of go full on, full on negative dwarves. Goblins could be an interesting one as well. I'd probably change their traits a little bit, but we could actually go for, like a little goblin like that. Goblins are definitely sort of Eastern with their mythology style of things. Ratkins would actually work with strife as well. Sort of go like the Vermintide type approach as well. I think any of those would actually work fairly well. Rats, goblins, dwarfs. ogres. That's probably about it, really. Let's, should we roll a dice? Would that be the best way of doing this? Just have a quick look and see if I can find one. Actually, I don't have one. I don't have one. Hi ZXM, how are you going? Okay, does anyone have any suggestions? Shall I just... Actually, I do have a dice I haven't actually opened up yet. I'll just open this dice group up. So what have we got? We've got... it's like a little Warhammer dice pack that I've got. Got one of the dice from it. So we've got 1, 2... I'll just double check everything. 1, 2, 3... 4... Just got to make sure it's a bit of a weird dice. It's got like a weird shape on one of the areas. I think that's a 6. So what we'll go is we'll go Ogrekin 1, Lupine. We could even do that. So 1, 2. Do we even look at insectoids? Maybe. Oh, actually, we'll go Ogrekin 1, Lupine 2. Dwarf 3, Goblin 4, Rats 5. Let's just do it that way. So I'll just roll this dice. Is there anything else we would want to get in there? Yeah, I think that's about it. Lizard folk? No, let's just keep it where it is. You missed halflings. I did too. Oh no, I've missed halflings. Rolling the dice 3. What was that one? That was dwarfs. So we went from ogres to lupine down to dwarfs. Okay, we're playing as chaos dwarfs, guys. So I'm using it's a Warhammer dice, and so that's very, very appropriate. So we're going to go chaos dwarfs. So dwarfkin it will be. Now they've actually got, and again we'll have a look at the traits. So these are already fairly cool. Like we've got hardy, which gives them +8 hit points, which I think is useful. Like that for me sort of works with the dwarves. We could go underground adaptation if we wanted to. So we could think about that one. With inner fire, I don't mind grabbing that one. That's 2 points. What else have we got? We've got defensive tactics. Let's get rid of a defensive tactics. Let's grab the inner fire. Let's go that way. So these are chaos dwarves that we are building. The different mounts cost a fair bit, so we won't worry about those. All right, that's pretty cool. That will do us. We'll confirm that. Okay, so we've now just changed our traits a little bit. And we'll just go and select this group.
What is their origin culture? So
we'll bring them into Oathsworn, and we'll bring them into Strife. So they're going to be Strife-driven Oathborn. So they already get one order through here as well. So you get one order affinity, but we now get the strife in through this other side. So people follow a path of strife, seeking to forge their strength in the fires. Actually, I'll start with the Oathsworn. The society that functions through the strong sense of devotion, rewarding its rulers for their dedication to their chosen path, has high draft income. So swear devotion to an oath that guides their people. And in this case, with strife, we end up with your people follow a path of strife, seeking to forge their strength in the fires of war. Gain grievances against rulers with an overall better ranking. Raising cities and pillaging provinces takes less turns. Raising cities and pillaging provinces gives us Imperium. So culture units have warrior soul. Become stronger as you gain devotion to the Oath of Strife. So the Oath of Strife is gain devotion by entering wars. We get 15 extra devotion that way. Raising a city will give us +10. Not letting units rout in events is +5. Winning in combat with lower army power +4, with higher army power +2. Lose devotion by entering a truce, minus 20, defensive pact, minus 15, or alliance, minus 30, making a pact of vassalage, minus 20, losing an owned city, minus 10. Now, this sort of is pushing us into a certain direction, really. So people are saying, all hail sorcerer prophet Dasgaroth, protector of Zar Nagrund. So this is saying Chaos Dwarves are more inspired by Mesopotamian cultures, however, but it would be cool either way. Yeah, what is it? I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. Do these DLCs bring new Steam achievements and or Pantheon rewards? Yes, they do. Yeah, there are some different things you can now unlock as well with the new stuff. When we set up this, I'll go back out and show you the what you can do with the Pantheon stuff. Anyway, so that's that's where we'll go. So we'll go with the Oath Sworn in through there. All right, so we'll select. So we've got Strife, which is fine. Now, with this one, we're going to definitely be wanting to go not devotees of good or anything like this. We definitely want to be going evil. So we've got a whole lot of different ones we can choose. One thing we actually have with some of the unlocks, we can get some difficult ones like Chosen Destroyers. So these are Warmongers and Destroyers, which is exactly what we have to do. So this one is a perfect fit. So choosing violence over diplomacy anytime they can. So raising cities grant a permanent plus 40 gold and plus 40 mana and plus 40 knowledge income. So when we combine that with the strife oaths, we have to then go and do that. One just adds more to the to what we're trying to do anyway. Cannot obtain new cities, and conquered cities can only be raised. Again, it forces us down that devotion path. Suffer minus 300 relations with all free cities and minus 300 empire relations with all other empires. So we're going to be at war with everyone. This is a hard thing to play, actually. This is a Pantheon unlock. You can see down the very, very bottom there. If I just... Oops, where is it? In the bottom here, Pantheon unlock. So this was actually one of the ones that you can actually unlock. There's different things it's incompatible with, but I like the idea of this one because it means everything else we do ends up... like it all just brings it all in together. So let's go and use Chosen Destroyers as one of them. You can see a lot of things then get turned off with this particular one. Just read a few more. So ZXM is saying can't buy expansion pass now that the DLC came out. Is that the norm? I thought I'd still be able to buy it. Well, it actually says the expansion pass available on the actual, when I opened up, so I'm assuming you can. It shows us NA in the DLC subsection on the store page. If you go to the expansion pass page, it has a price. There we go. Yeah. So you can still get it, but just not from the DLC. So you sort of need to, if you want to get all of the coming DLC for the next bunch of them, you want the expansion pass. So and it still had it advertised when you open the game up, saying expansion pass available. So I'm assuming that is still there. Good question and good answer. Thanks, Redigar. So that way, at least if someone else does come in and say, "Hey, I can't do it," at least we know now the answer. So we've got the Chosen Destroyers, which I think is a good fit. We just need to go and get the next one to go with them. And if we have a bit of a look. I'll just go down the bottom and we'll just work our way up. We've got Umbral Disciples. I'm not really interested in that one. Powerful Evokers. That's we do have like a wizard. I forget whereabouts these actually come through. If we go back to information and open up the encyclopedia, we can then go to which one is it? I search for Oath. Oops, I'm in all. General. No, it's not in general. Units, combat. These are there's the units themselves. Oh, hang on, here it is. That's at the top. What am I thinking? So we've got the information. We then actually have the encyclopedia of tomes, of lore, back in through there, of the cultural units. This is where I can actually then go and choose the oath cultures, Oath Sworn. And so we can then actually see what we get at what level. So it's actually coming through. Actually, that's good. It's now sorting into tiers. It used to not do that one. So we end up with a scout, which won't really matter that much. The sworn guard as well. This is a good way if you're trying to figure out what you can then go and do. So in this case, we have a polearm unit. I think I should be able to change the. Should we go to strife? Sorry, that's a little bit different. So we choose the oath back and through there. We also have forms, so we can actually go down to dwarves and sort of choose the actual dwarves so we can see what they look like. And we can ultimately even deck it out with major and minor, things like demonkin, for example, like what they would look like ultimately. But let's not do that. Let's just leave them at their basic sort of form. Even enchantments, you can sort of then actually have. There's so much stuff that's been added to the game, by the way. It's an incredible game now with everything it's got. Let's just hide that away. But at least we'll now see what we're going to be seeing when we go into the actual game itself, sort of. So the Sworn Guard is got is essentially just a polearm unit. So there's nothing special there. It does have Warrior's Soul. So your base attacks deal extra damage. When the attacker is not outnumbered. So when we have the advantage, we do extra fire damage with our attacks. On a blade is like just a fighter type unit. So this is actually fairly basic. So an outright melee unit with no obvious specialization or counters. So it does actually have a defensive strike. So strike a target into defensive mode. This is fairly cool. It does a fair bit of damage in through there again. It's going to have Warrior's Soul. The Seal Bearer is a level 2, and so this one actually has seal bolts, so unleashes a magical bolt at the target enemy, cannot miss against targets with the Seal of Fire. So and I don't know about the Seal of Fire, actually I didn't see that when I was testing the game. So at the start of the turn, this unit sustains 12 fire damage. So Seal of Fire, Fire Seal, that must be it there. It deals damage and inflicts Seal of Fire, a link effect that lasts for 3 turns. Oh, okay. So it does a lot of damage. Its range of 6 always hits. You can't move to do it, and at that point, then it just cannot miss targets that have actually got the Seal of Fire. This one is only range 4 at that point, and it's then a repeating attack. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. All it is cannot be used within the enemy zone of control. That's an interesting battle mage unit. I hadn't noticed that before. I've been playing the game with Strife, and it's actually quite interesting. Is it Renegade saying I ran into the same thing when I tried to pick up the pass yesterday? There we are. Hi Andre, how are you going? And Sister's saying nice. Notice that they can have their support on mounts. Yeah, they can. Like that's if you do grab a mount start, like with mounted units, you can definitely do that. So, but we won't be. So this for me works in fairly nicely with that Chaos Dwarf type thing as well. So we've got these. That's a tier 2. The Vow Keeper is a support unit, so we end up with this support unit back in through here. So Purging Blast, this one does spirit damage. It's a nice mix, isn't it, of different things. Vow of Purification, so target friendly unit has a negative status effect removed and gains extra protection. Vow of Healing, back in through here, it's got a cooldown of 2. So friendly units in a 1 hex radius heal for 25. That's pretty cool as well. Defensive mode warding, so just to help, again, like every support unit in the game, that's there. Then we have the tier 3s. This is sort of more late game. So we have the Peace Bringer, which is it's got a short bow. It's got a line shot, range 4, deals damage to enemies in a 3 hex line. Interesting. So can sort of shoot straight through different characters. It can harmonise. Hang on, when this unit drops below 60%. Hang on, that's not what we want. What happened there? Oh, that one is only okay. Oh, these you only get one of these. All right. I was thinking, that doesn't make any sense. This is our Strife one. The Avenger will be the righteous one, I'm thinking. If we have a quick look and see, yeah, we can see that's righteous there. So the Warbound is the only tier 3. I was thinking that's a lot of tier 3s to actually end up having coming back through. And so this character here is the one that we end up getting. So this is a shock unit. So Flaming Charge Strike back in through here. Yeah, gains +5 fire damage per hex travelled. Bulldoze is always hits, so move 4 hexes forward. Enemies in the way sustain damage. Oh, you're right, that's pretty cool. So it's sort of like a complete charge effect. So these are all different things we haven't seen before. Paragon of Strife. So at Paragon level, Devotion gain the Inner Blaze ability. The Inner Blaze is gain 3 Infernal Might for 3 turns. Adjacent enemies sustain damage. So this one becomes almost like a bit of a fire demon type creature. So that's the Warbound. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the fact that you can go out to and look at these things in detail before you make your decision. So now that we sort of have a bit of a feel, and we've gone with Chosen Destroyers already, let's think about other things we want to get. Prolific Swarmers. They find their strength in fast population growth and overwhelming numbers. So cities require less food to gain new population. Racial Tier 1 units have +1 rank. Non-magical origin units require -20% unit upkeep. That's actually not bad for what we're going to have to play as well. So, yes, ZXM is saying that, geez, a bunch of new achievements. I had 100% before Umbral. There we go. And it does look pretty cool, doesn't it, with these sort of dwarves and things. So we've got the the Prolific Swarmers. That's a good one for us. We do start with an extra Tier 1 unit as well. Ritual Cannibals. So units gain the corpse eating ability. We end up going even more evil. The nearest city owned gains +3 mana, +3 food per tier of non-magic origin units killed or lost after successful combat. Again, that's a good one for us. Ruthless Raiders. Nearest city gains +3 gold and +3 draft per tier. They're probably not as good for us. Merciless Slavers. So routing units are captured. If you decide, yeah, don't really need that one. We do start off with a bonus with War Slaves. So raising cities gains +1 population. Yeah, no, we won't worry about that one. Won't worry about any of the magical stuff, I don't think. Seafarers I won't worry about. We don't know what we're coming into. Druidic Terraformers. Now, I don't need that. That's going to be hard for us to achieve if we're playing with just one city. The Artifact Hoarders. I actually like this. They pursue and covet magical artifacts, using such items as inspiration for their magical feats. So gain a tier 2 or 3 hero item after cleansing an ancient wonder or an infestation. Gain extra mana with hero items via the Artifact Hoard. So this then makes it so that we would then become like a dwarvish kingdom that is going out for destruction, but also trying to find as many artifacts as possible. And the more of these we actually end up getting, the stronger we get with mana. We get 2 random hero items at the start. I don't mind that one actually. Great Builders back and through here. So cities, yeah, we don't need that one. We only got 1 city. Reclaimers, so gain Binding Essence for clearing infestation. Yeah, probably not really worrying about that one through there. Runesmiths, legendary smiths weaving magic into their finely crafted creations through enchantments. So unit enchantment research cost goes down, and unit enchantments cost -30% upkeep. That's actually not bad either. We start with an extra shield unit or polearm unit, so we'd end up with another one of these, one of the polearms at the back there. Wonder Architects, back and through here. So ancient wonders do not require population in order to annex a city, which again, no good to us. Perfection Artisans. City structures cost 100% more production. That's an interesting one, but it won't really affect us much. So let's not worry about that one. Then we've got the more evil things. I don't think we'll worry about those. So what have we got? We've got Runesmiths, which were interesting. We've got Artifact Hoarders, which was interesting. So that's 1, 2. We've got the Cannibals and Swarmers. I'll roll that dice again. So we just roll out a 4, unless someone says, "Oh, grab this one and grab that one." But let's just roll the dice. We're definitely going with Chosen Destroyers, and the number we're rolling is a 4, which is the bottom one. So that was Runesmiths. So these are legendary smiths weaving magic into their finely crafted creations through enchantments. So this will then allow us to get our upgrades fairly cheaply, which is actually not a bad thing. So so with the two that we actually have, we've got the... I love how different this makes the game. Like I find that I get little chills up my spine when I think of just the scope of just this system itself in the game, to be able to then build this group of dwarves. It now is feeling so thematic. And I know that the people were saying at the start that this game just doesn't feel like it's got a good theme to it, but I really think... do I look really red? So I often get whatever's predominantly on the screen. There is a lot of red on the screen. I'm not sunburned. I've been in the sun a lot over the last few weeks, but it's sort of... I know that like it's... yeah, it's funny. I'm completely yellow when I look at that, and I'm not yellow. Anyway, my colours are always wildly out with my camera, so I apologise for that. It changes all the time. I notice sometimes I go a complete bright orange, depending on what's on the screen as well. Anyway, it's just the way it works. So Solomon's is saying, Daz, thanks for covering this. I've been looking forward to this launch. Yeah, no, it looks great. So Bjornson's saying it's cool. Yeah, with me looking red. Anyway, we've got so the runesmiths will be interesting. So unit enchantment research. So this will allow us to become demons, a bit earlier and stuff like this, if that's where we want to go. And then, of course, the chosen destroyers, where we're now going to be raising cities. We can only have one city. Pickle Father's saying you're too much of an Oni in real life. That's your fire trait acting up. There we are. Yes. I should get one of those little effects where I'm just always on fire. We'll select this one here. I have tried tweaking at different times the settings on my camera, and just haven't been able to effectively do it properly. I think I've done it on I've got multiple setups for streaming, like depending on where I'm streaming and what I'm doing. So I've got about 4 different versions of it, and I think on 1 or 2 of them I've actually been able to get a reasonable result, but not out of everything. Anyway, let's just go and select that. So that's our society traits. Okay, now it's suggesting... I like that it also does make a suggestion. So it's saying Tome of the Horde for us. Turn your cheapest units into large deadly armies, specialise in summoning and buffing tier 1 units, which sort of works well for us as well with what we actually have. Fury of the Horde, all tier 1 units become strengthened. Houndmaster, this is a tier 2 unit, so a range unit with summons a warhound to debilitate enemies. The archers, we do get them at level 2 anyway, so I don't really need that one. Spawnkin, these actually make them even smaller, so makes the target race smaller and more numerous, so increasing the number of units in formation. We do extra damage for non-hero units. We have extra evasion as well, incompatible with super growth. Unleash the Hounds. At the start of battle, gain 6 Warhounds as a siege project. Blaze of the Horde. It sort of works, this one, doesn't it, really? Summon irregulars. Yeah, it's not, I don't love it. Pyromancy, I think, is a better option for us. Getting Magma Spirits, I think, would actually be just a good thematic addition to the armies. We've got Ignite as well as a spell. We've got Searing Blades, which will give us even more fire damage. Fiery Arrows as well. We've only got the one Archer. Immolate. What else have we got that we could actually choose? Alchemy. The Afflictor, not really. I don't think we'll worry about that one. I mean, we could sort of round things out, but I think I'm going to end up going, if anything, more Materium. We could. This is the Monk, so mobile fighter unit. This is it's used with a devastating combo. This is actually one of the new tiers, by the way. This is a Ways of War tier. So this is a mobile. This is a tier 2 unit. Can meditate. Can leap. I don't think I'll worry about that one. Inner Mastery, Powered Strikes. This is much more sort of like martial arts type stuff. ZX7 I have the pass so I can forget about getting any real world stuff done today. There we go. Leap seems pretty fun. It's where was that? With the monk. Yeah, Leap is can jumps to target location at a range of 2. Cannot be used in water battles. Yeah, looks interesting. What else we got? Tome of the Rock. Gargoyles. That would be good for us. That would be thematic. Stone Spirits would be thematic. Stone Skin would be thematic. Earthkin would be thematic as well. You know, I think this is the one for us, just in playing a sort of like Chaos Dwarf type arrangement. So we'll just have a look at a few of the others as well. Sundering Blades, not so much this one. We don't actually have shields, so that one's not going to be all that great for us. Beast, no. Roots, no. Evolution. This one does sort of end up with Draconic, but I don't think we need to do it. So I think we'll go back. Let's just go back to the other one. Just go back to to this one here with Rock Blast, Earthkin. So we'll go this style. The Earthkin, for example, is a minor race transformation, and then Stone Skin is a spell, I think. Yeah, it's a buff spell. Obsidian Weapons. These are the sorts of things that will then allow us to a 60% chance of applying bleeding as well. We get extra physical damage to all of our actual things. I think that one works. Let's select that.
What is your ruler's origin?
Now, time for you guys to choose. Champions come from the people, so we can actually have like just another. This will have to be a dwarf if we go that way. If we go to the next one across, these are wizard kings that have come. These can be any faction. We can bring anything in here. Like we could have an ogre, for example, as a wizard king that comes in. Powerful wizard seeking dominion over a new realm. So have access to unique combat spells, enhancing hero skills. All conduits gain +2 mana. And wizard kings start with the channeling ritual ability in combat. So these are sort of like more magical, but they can be anything. So we can build anything that we like out of that one. We can have a Dragon Lord as well. By the way, each of these now has a big change just in the base game. Like there's a lot of changes in the base game as well. So so we could actually have a dragon to lead our dwarves, or Eldritch. Now probably going to steer clear of the Eldritch simply because I don't think it's thematic for us to do that, and also they sort of do work in better with the Eldritch realms themselves. So I'm thinking out of the first three. Does anyone have any requests there? So what I would think I would do here is if I play the dragon, we'll just play as a dragon. Like if we play as the wizard kings, we'll play as an ogre. So we'll bring in the ogrekin to then control the chaos dwarfs. Or if we just go champion, we're going to have to play as a chaos dwarf. So they're the three choices. Or do I just roll the dice yet again and see what we get? Yeah, let me know in the chat. So Lander Peanut saying, I don't know if I trust the auto resolve AI with it though. What's that one to do with? Leaves seems pretty. Yeah, it's sort of the. I've got to say the AI is Salmon saying dwarves and dragons. I don't know, man. Yeah, I still think it's thematic, to be honest. Having dragons with the dwarves. Well, I'll roll if no one really cares much. So I'll just roll the dice yet again. I keep on putting it back in the pack. It's I got it when I was doing the streaming. Like it's like a kill team. I've got no idea what kill team is. So anyway, it's a Warhammer dice set which I've just opened up. So ZXM, it's hard for me to ever pick anything other than the dragon. I know the dragons are fun. Like they're so powerful. Anyway, we're going to roll the dice. Champion says Blackpool Punk events. Well, there's an actual definite thing there for champion. Shall I still roll? But if I usually pick wizard, pick champion this time for the first time. So you guys happy to play champion? Will we just play as one of the other chaos dwarfs? The benefit of playing as the champion is that if we have a look back in through here, they look after their people better, so they end up with better experience. The relations with free cities isn't going to matter at all, but they also, I think that they can look after the cities actually a little bit happier. So I'm going to miss the Empire-wide city buffs of champion, but this definitely seems more interesting. It says Land and Peanut. Okay, let's go with champion. So champion is cool. Yeah, I actually probably more often than not, have champion as the one that I do choose. Each of these has now got their own tree when you actually go and start playing the game. So let's go and select champion. Now, our actual leader. The very, very importantly, we have a few different things we have to do with the leader. The defender, sword and shield, whatever class we choose in here is critically important now. And we've got a lot of them that has been unlocked. These all have a completely different way of actually choosing their abilities as they level up. And so it's very important to actually make sure that you choose the right style of leader. So this is sword and shield. This will be a defender. We don't actually have any defenders in our actual faction. The glaive is going to be essentially a polearm type unit. So class, see how it's got class? The hero class that specialises in defending its allies, survivability and retaliation. If I go back to sword and shield, this is also defender. Actually, that's interesting. They must have the same thing. Mage with a fire orb. So in this case, this is the class of mage. So hero class that specialises in magic damage, area of effect attacks, and in inflicting debilitating status effects. We then have the ranger bow, which also comes through with the. This is the ways of the war. So we start off as a ranger class, a hero class that specialises in range damage, skirmishing, and disrupting enemies. We've got the purging staff, which is a ritualist. So the class is a ritualist. The hero class that specialises in support through healing, buffs, and combat summons. We've got the warrior into here. So this is the class of warrior. Hero class that specialises in charge attacks, dealing damage, and gaining strength through fighting. That sort of seems pretty thematic, doesn't it? There's also warrior class, so flaming great club. So in this case, very similar to the other one that we see at the back there. Specialised in charge attacks again. So we've got, what was the other one? The other one is the Cestus. This is actually like a special fist that he's actually then got for charging in and doing damage. So, so the, what else do we have in through here? There's a fair few of the other ones that have been unlocked. Then we've got other defenders, captain's axe and shield. These have been unlocked in the, what am I trying to say? In the Pantheon. So I've got a fair few things that have unlocked in through there. Tyrant sword, and shield, veteran's pike, berserker great axe, earthshaker's hammer, hunter's crossbow. That would be like a crossbow type unit. That would be ranger again. I like the idea of using one of these. Dwarves need an axe or a hammer, or the great club looked cool, said ZXM. We go to the flaming great club. Do it this way. So he ends up just being a charging unit. I mean, it's being a warrior class is yeah, I don't know. It means that we have to do him in a very mundane way. My actual preference would be to either make him with the purging staff, so he's just purely a support unit, or I'd go the fire orb, the defender with the glaive. Yeah, so we've got the glaive in through there. Going melee or caster would make the choice easier. Yeah, I think like the fire orb is a good one for him to sort of start to make use of. Initially, it's going to be support anyway, whichever way we go. Okay, any requests from the chat as to which way we should go? What I could do is actually no, there's probably a bit too many there to go. So we got well, actually we'll either go mage. What else should we do? We've got the ranger bow. Yeah, I don't know about doing this one with the ranger bow. I don't know if that's something we want to really worry about. Staff orb, if going caster, I think, says ZXM. Yeah. Well, it's either one. It's either the fire orb or the ritualist with the purging staff. Now, I don't know what the purging staff gives us. Yeah, target unit sustains damage as one positive status effect removed. That wouldn't be bad. That way we could sort of probably just keep him going as like a, you know, as a rear unit. Does have defensive mode of warding. I'll probably go either one of those two, I think. Did they rework the buffs? How the buffs work in the game? I tried playing around buffs during my first playthrough, and it was really painful to keep them up after the initial cast. I'm not sure actually. I don't ever play with buffs, to be honest. It's not something that I really do much. The Purging Blast, 18 damage there. You know, I think I'm going to go this way, unless because it is a Ways of War addition. Let's go with the Purging Staff. So that will then sort of affect how we level up. The body type, we either have male or female. I'll go male in this case. Physique will make him sort of fairly broad. Just go the second one there. Arm length, go a little bit longer with his arms, I think. Leg length, make him just slightly taller than the others. Oh, by the way, with the colours, I'm happy enough with the first two colours. Let's just go into here. We do actually have a whole lot of Ways of War style of additional things as well that have been added in. So we've got like a heap of stuff in through this other side. It's Order Affinity, which we don't want. Materium. Go that way. Get a it's more of a pole arm, isn't it? There's a hammer with stars, very Lord of the Rings style. Chaos. What have we got in Chaos? Let's see. It's one that's come with the DLC. I think we'll go maybe something like that, or the evil wolf. Let's go that way. We'll do that one. Should we go in fire? Maybe we change this colour as well, back to a more of a red colour, dark red. There we go. Although I do tend to choose that one a lot. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's change the other colour to black. I'll keep it black. Let's go that one. The Black Wolf. The Black Wolf clan. There we go. So that'll do us. Now the skin colour. I'll go with. They're going to ultimately end up fairly. I'll just go back to that brownish sort of colour, just because they're ultimately going to be fiery anyway. And skin decorations. This is new in the base game as well. It just shows you what the skin decoration is going to be. You can actually turn it off completely. I tend to keep them off, to be honest. I find them a little bit overwhelming. It's not bad with a bit of gold on him. Actually, let's go that way. A little bit of gold around his head actually looks pretty cool. So we'll just keep that one. The pose, it always. I'm glad that I was asking for this for so long that they would actually put it back into the original pose, just so you could see exactly what they've got. Because they lose their weaponry, and so this zero pose is so important to actually start that way, so you can see what's what, just as a reminder. So I'm glad that they've done that. That's something that I've actually asked for so long. Now this is the head, so we can sort of. I like that it automatically now zooms in on the head, so we can start to sort of see what's going to happen, and we get to see the shape of the model that they're going to be using. So we can now go with a big bulbous nose there. It's pretty cool, isn't it, the way that they've done this? I think I like the original one, to be honest. Just this hook nose guy. He sort of that looks for me, you know, fairly cool. It's got to be red eyes, doesn't it? I think that's probably a little bit too demonic. Let's make it still real. Brown eyes. Maybe we'll go something like that. That looks, yeah, that'll do. We've got cat's eyes. Hairstyle, back and through here again. So this is all now completely changed. Do we just go completely bald? I don't mind him being completely bald, actually. I wonder why. Beardless dwarves. Yeah, some of these are actually, which is unusual. Hair top colour, not going to matter. Hair bottom colour, not going to matter. Oh, the beard style. Again, we've got different styles of beards back and through there. Not going to matter that much. Go this bottom one, the long beard. Okay, actually the hair top, that would then be affected by stuff, wouldn't it? Yeah, so we can actually change the overall colour, the overall look of the beard. Red beard. And the colour at the bottom here. Just give it a bit of an orange tinge to it. There we go, that's good, the way that works. The outfit. Now we do actually have a few of the Ways of War outfits, and he's wearing one of them, so he's wearing that one there, but we also have this breastplate. God, that looks good. It looks really, really cool. Actually, these are all Ways of War. So we've got the... now, if he's a support unit, he doesn't have to have... Like, that's just what... I forget what they're called, but they've just got like a small section back in through there. God, it's beautifully done. That looks pretty good. Let's go that one. Or do we go that one? No, I think we'll go this bottom one. His bare arms and stuff. I might just go back and just move his arm length back a bit. All right, so that'll be the overall look of him. The helmet. He's not going to have a helmet. I mean, we could give him one. I don't think I'll bother though. I like him. I quite like the look of him at this stage. So let's leave that one there. The cape. Again, we've got some other ones that have now come back through. I don't mind that one that we've got there. I think that one looks okay. So let's just leave that one where that is. The armor color. I'll just go and choose more of just sort of a darker color there. That'll be fine. All right, so that's him done. The race we now have to do as well. So the physique will also be fairly thick, so we'll just thicken them up. The arm length we'll keep back there. Leg length will just sort of keep them also fairly short. Skin color will make them that sort of same ruddy color, I guess. Which is that one there, I think. So yeah, that'll be okay. Armor color. Again, just go with the darker color. Hair color. Yeah, I'm actually happy with that grey color, so that'll be okay. Army skin decoration, don't really want anything at all, so I'll just leave that one off. So again, I could actually sort of make it so that they've all got that same marking. Some of these could become overwhelming, just with the way that they're sort of applied. It's probably not bad actually. It's mainly this guy here that's going to be impacted by it. So sort of got like grease on him. Actually, that's bad. That's not bad, is it? With this little fighter unit. Let's keep it that way. And then the army mount type, it's gone with. There is some that came through with this new one, I think. Yeah, we've got this this warg type unit, which is a. So let's go and leave that one there. So we'll have them riding with these white wargs. Not sure why they're white. I guess thematically it would be better for us to choose this wolf. Maybe I'll choose the wolf actually, the wolf mount, just because that's our symbol that we actually have at the top there. All right, that'll do us. We'll select that. So we've got the ruler, we've got the race now as well. Select.
Your journey begins.
So title, Grand Master, Dvalin Windcleave. Let's lock the. I don't mind Dvalin. I quite like that one. What else do we have? Grand Mistress, Primer Arbiter. No, that's okay. We'll go Grand Master. The Honourable Dwarfkin. That's not what we are. Stormhue. So Dvalin Stormhue. This is a Parry Wind. Pax Purge. Thunder Thrust. Brand Guard. I like that. Stout Runesmiths. Just do a couple more. Paladins, Honor Bound. these just don't work at all. Valiant Dwarves, none of these work. Heroic, no. Oathbound, I guess, is... I'll just call it Dwarfkin, that'll do. So Oathbound Dwarfkin. So, what are they? What was the other one that we chose about the destruction? Yeah, that'll do. Anyway, that'll be okay. Doesn't really matter. So we'll just go onwards from here. So we're now. This is the finalization. We've done everything we needed to do. So Nicolan's saying something in my mod audit does not like ambitions. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that, look, there is also, be careful about the mods that add classes to the game. Like there was one that did actually add classes. It doesn't need it anymore. So the only mods I'm playing with are cosmetic mods, I think. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Dvalan Brandguard. So a new ruler emerges. Explore your surroundings and expand your domain. So prepare to face your rivals and become the master of this realm. Your choices will shape the new Age of Wonders. So we start with Tome of the Rock, Dwarfkin, Oathsworn Strife, Chosen Destroyers. So that's the actual... every city we come across is an enemy. Runesmiths. So unit enchantment research is fast, and unit enchantments mean we can have a lot more enchantments on our units. So we will be chasing those down to get as many of those sorts of enchantments as we possibly can get, particularly the ones that then add damage to our melee attacks, because that's mainly how we're going to be fighting, I think. We're tough, hardy with inner fire, so that's what we actually have. So we are basically Chaos Dwarves. Got okay. Starting magic, we've got counter stance. So this is a Oathsworn. Friendly units in a 1 hex radius gain for 1 turn first strike, an extra retaliation attack and defensive masters. Now this is actually a spell, so probably will never ever use it. In reality, only 5 mana though, it's not too bad. And then Rock Blast, which is going to do 24 physical damage. So it has its defensive mode cancelled. This will be extremely useful. It doubles the mana usage though at 10. So that's going to be something we will actually make use of. A lot actually, with what we have. So that there's sort of like a bit of random. Now this is where we end up. We have to figure out what's going on in our world. We don't know what it is. It's all random. So Urath's grasp has been revealed, and so in this case, the people in this realm have fallen under Urath's influence. So racial marauder units have the Gloom Strider and Umbral Flesh transformations. This is going to make life a little bit more difficult for us. The Gloom Strider turns target race into umbral beings, which grants them the umbral demon type. They're floating with fast movement, and then they've got umbral flesh, which give the target race blessings with the umbral abyss, granting them umbral malady immunity. Now we don't actually have the umbral abyss in the game. While in gloom terrain, units gain. So there will be some gloom terrain, but there's no umbral abyss. I'm just having a look up through here. We've only got the underground and the surface. So they're the only 2 areas that we actually have. So the umbral abyss is not here. So it's going to be interesting to sort of see that Urath's grasp is still actually it's just prevalent here without being overwhelming. Now the little things, for example, let's just zoom out and see where we are in the map. So sort of towards the top right. Well, let's go and clear out the top right first with our army. And it looks like we've got a fair bit of water around us. We've got a road that leads to the south. We do have some treasure over through there. So an ancient artifact, a mighty helmet, or maybe a chest full of lost riches. So we just need to move an army out that way. I think I might send my scout that way, and we can then just have our normal army then move to the north. There's another prestigious statue there. This one, yeah, it looks like there's no one actually protecting that one. Looking around, we do actually have gold there in this area, a farm there. So what's that? A prestigious statue. Ready to adorn so this one here, moving an army onto it will instantly grant you some Imperium. So we'll head in that direction. These are the new blossom trees that we now can sort of see down the bottom through here. So they're just just around the place. Okay, so we'll move this one across. Actually, no, I can't move onto there yet. Let's just move down this way and just sort of see if we can spot if the water finishes. Yeah, the water goes all the way around. So I'll just move one more square, one more hex down, just to make sure that that is the end. Yep, that is the end. So we've got a couple of reefs and things back out through here. Pearl Reef and a fishing ground. Getting growth is going to be very, very important for us. Let's move back so that one can then go back the other way. And we'll move up into this top corner. If we follow the roads, we can move further along, but it also allows us to potentially sort of find other free cities. Now we're going to need to build up our army before we can do much. We start off with, of course, the Dvalan Brand Guard. We've got the two of the Sworn Guards, one of the Honor Blades, which is just the fighter unit. Yeah. The other thing that we'll see in through here, this is actually where we are currently with our devotion. And so we do need to raise cities into wars, doing things. We just need to be evil. Need to be full on evil. So hi Nicolin saying since the update I can't play it because it crashes if I open the hero screen. Yeah, Blade Watcher was saying mods fresh save no mods. That's interesting. Trying that with mods crashes much earlier. Okay, so something in my mod order here doesn't like ambitions. There we go. So the Quizats Haderach is then saying thumbs up if you love Dad's playing Age of Wonders 4. I love this game. I absolutely love it. I'll give myself a thumbs up. Okay, so we've got this particular group. We'll move that one off. A little bit concerned about it fighting anything at this early stage, so I think I'll just move it around. I could have split that one up. There is actually a group there. Just moving next to it. This one here has got a what's in through here? These are monks. So we've got two fighting monks. But see how these have got the umbral, like the eldritch sort of style to them? This is because of that umbral melody in the actual world itself. The brigand camp further out. We're still not sort of seeing anything else too much around there. Set production. So we have to get a... Now we're going to definitely get a farm. We're going to definitely get another... Well, there's another mine there. There's a quarry there. So if we get a forester, we get the library. If we get the quarry, which we will get, we get the this boosts the shrine. The storehouse requires a forester as well. Training hall requires a farm. The workshop requires a farm. So both of these I'm going to get pretty much after the city increases its size in 2 turns. So it's going to, once it goes to 2 population, I'm definitely going to grab that as a farm as my first port of call. So getting those now will be a waste. The storehouse with the forester, that will then give me more growth. I'm going to go that way. So we've got 7 turns for that one. We may find other production around the place as well. The recruit unit, we'll just go to that one as well. And I'll grab myself another honor blade through here. Yeah, just so we end up sort of balancing those out a little bit. Okay, research. Now, obsidian weapons is going to be great for us. All 3 of these are great for us. Earthkin. You know, I think I might grab that one first, because these transformations are exactly what we have with our rune style. So we'll end with that one there. We should get that one a bit faster as well. I didn't actually see how long it was going to take to get that particular. It says 5 turns. There's a underground passage through that side. Now it sort of opens up there. There is actually a watchtower up the back. Let's just keep on moving in. I'll come back in just a minute. Not seeing much else up this other side. Again, if you're having a... Oh, there we go. This is what we were looking for. So we need to find the free city that was nearby. In this case, what we end up having is a... we've got a... sorry, this is a Marauder Guard backing through this other side, where it's... This one will be a little bit tricky. Yep, that's a Blessed Dragon. So it's a different type of... new type of Eastern Dragon. These are on a different type of terrain as well that's now come into it with the Blossom Orchard. So so when annexed, you get plus 5 food. So these are good to have. What was I going to say? I think we'll go and grab this and then come back. And in the meantime, we'll then be able to destroy that on our way back through. There was something I was going to just mention, but I forget what it was. No, I can't think of what it was. Anyway, that's okay. So, Father Nurgle saying rock and stone. There we are. So I'm going for tacos before I start playing. Have a great rest of the stream, and I'll listen later to see how it went. Thanks, Began. Okay, we'll end our turn there. There we go. They're at war with us. This is... Yep, so these are already Oathbound Dwarfkin as well. So this is essentially someone that we have to destroy, even though they're our own group. So you can just inspect what they have. They're only tier 1. Yeah, so it's only a low level, very, very low level. So we'll start by moving our group across. I'm just going to go and grab that loot. We've got 5 units in there. A tier 3 hero, 2 constrictors actually, that's interesting, and a couple of honor blades. That's going to be fairly tricky. Not for the faint-hearted. There's an underground area there as well. Let's just move out of the way again. So we better come back for that one. There's an unlock. Oh, there's another city. We've come across a new pawn appears before me. Looks like a Godir, but are you ready to face the likes of me? So Skogan greets you with contempt. So already relation is fairly bad. How do you greet Inheritor King of Vossen, Skogan Voss? So I'm just going to go and say goodbye. I'm not going to worry about him at all at this stage. Personality is he's a deceptive spy. So likes empires that break treaties, likes empires with weaker research, dislikes empires that have many alliances, dislikes empires with a stronger military. Now we're gonna need to get a strong military fairly fast, and even if it's just tier 1, it won't matter much. Yep, that's fine. Just say goodbye. All right. Well, there's no point really taking that because he'll have that very, very quickly. We do actually have this group in here. 200. What's ours? Ours is 280. I think I'll just leave it all alone up there. It would be nice to get that, but I don't think we're going to be able to. I mean, maybe we can go back for it. Okay, here we go. We can now go and grab the farm. So I definitely want to grab that farm. And we'll end our turn there. Now, the scout unit is not going to be fantastic in fights, I don't think, but these are really worth it. Now, is that the same one? Yes, it is. So he's got a scout unit back. Oh, he's actually got a tier 3 unit back out through here, a Dark Knight. So they're already, they've already got some pretty powerful units for their. We're not at war with them. Just come back this side. And get yet another province. Okay, so money-wise, we're okay-ish. I can't see any way to actually get mana at this stage, which is a bit of a problem. I'm not seeing any mana locations anywhere. We're going to have to start to claim the territory back in through here. This is going to be important. But there's nothing in these. I think I'm going to grab the quarry. Just to help us with building. So we'll go that way. I mean, we're going to be raising cities anyway. Day 5, here we go. Here's the next one. $330 versus $216. I'll still wait one more for one more unit. Do I bring this one back across? It's just not really going to be strong enough. One more turn and we get Earthkin as well. Oh, I should have started building. Oh, damn it. There's another one. And they've taken the loot already. So this is... okay, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Empress Zetevvaxa, World Shaper of the Underground Disciples. Let's hope this realm is big enough for all of us. Alright, so she also is now going to be another problem. So what has she got? She is a an artisan merchant. You can sort of see that in through here. And underground disciples. So these are Malkin. Interesting that they can already go on the water. This one here is the race is humans. Cold-blooded, nightmare mounts, hardy, dark, gifted casters, powerful evokers. What was she? She was industrious, fabled hunters, gifted casters as well. Alright, so we've already now come across a couple of interesting characters. Yeah, we're ranked 9 at this stage on the map. This one's ranked 2. Alright, we'll just say goodbye to them. Get yet another honor blade. Now the shrine is now boosted, which will give us more mana, but so is the training hall and the workshop. This will give us more draft, so we'll be able to get our army up faster and build things quicker. The training hall will give us plus 8 gold, plus 5 draft, and unlocks the Hall of Devotion, which is a extra golden draft. This is actually how we do get our gold. So, but I think the workshop does unlock the stonemason, production of new city structures, and the blacksmith. Yeah, plus 1 starting rank to every unit. That requires 2 foresters to. That's the unlocks there. 2 quarries for that one. I think the workshop. This stage we get it a bit faster. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to get that loot, and we got another. We can now build again. Now we can get the foresters back in through there, but I'm thinking again. I do want to start to stop them from being able to encroach, but we're going to be destroying them anyway, so I shouldn't worry about too much about what, like, you know, the future. This one here, this blossom is occupied. It will give me even more growth. So I can grab another farm there. That gives me the 2 farms that I require. Let's do that, and then we'll come back down and clean out this bottom section. So we've got 5 in here. Let's just move on down. There's no rush for us to go off killing units just yet. What if we rush this? Hurry the recruitment, 160. Yeah, let's do that. That way we just get it out of the way. Go with the Sworn Guard as well. That way we end up with a full stack. We're now 380 in the size there. New Empire development skills. We now actually have the outpost cost negative 25% gold. Not really important to us just yet. So we'll keep that one where that is. So we can sort of just have a bit of a look around at what's going to happen through here. The others already had basic seafaring. We probably want to get excavation fairly soon, just so we can start to sort of find other things as well. We're starting to get close to this one. So defeating an infestation grants you a unit based on the infestation defeated. Again, getting a bigger army is probably going to be good for us, but whether it's important or not, I just don't know. What do we end up with here? See, structures cost less. But this group in here, tier one units gain experience 50% faster. That would be useful for us as well, just to get our base units, like you're seeing it with a massive amount of a basic army, like to end up with lots and lots of units. Got the storehouse, that's good. We've already started the workshop and the honor blade as well. Earthkin. Right, so select new research. Now, none of these are what I want. I've got 125. I can shuffle. Without radiance. I'm just not going to use it. Not now anyway. Not at the moment. I'm going to shuffle. Yeah, that's what I want. I want obsidian weapons next, I think. So this will then give me more physical damage and a chance to inflict bleeding. Sorry, the flying shock unit. Now we don't have a hell of a lot of mana income, so this one I was thinking would be good for us to go and get, but I'm going to go and grab the obsidian weapons next. These are sorts of upgrades that we get fairly cheaply. We can also now go into our spell casting. We don't have enough. Mana. We need to get more mana before we can actually go and do this one. So we need the extra mana for that one. This thing's covering us all the time. That's another. That's another one of theirs. All right, this will be a major group. This will be a major player. That's their capital, and that's an outpost. Right. Now, one thing we don't know about the world is what we've come into. And now we've come into something where, and I can't remember what the names of these, how these operate, but this one here, I do remember the name, Skogan Voss. That's interesting. That's going to be hard. So Tinner is saying they improved their placement of free cities. I recall them being way too close to the player cities at the start, which limited one's expansion. It depends on what they are. You will tend to find one of your same race fairly close by. So I don't know. I haven't really noticed any real difference. Right, with this one here, it's interesting we found that. We're right on his doorstep, which is a problem. Let's just end our turn. No wonder he started off so strong. Okay, the prying eyes of Trothcourt. This is the other city that we found. Manlines before you, raw agony reflected in his face. Please, I'll do anything. Please don't kill me. Prison warden yanks the iron leash. Now we've got hang him from the gates as a message to Trothcourt. So evil character alignment relations with Trothcourt go even worse, which doesn't worry us at all. Use him to feed favourable information. To Azuli, relations increase, which we don't want. So we can get gold, which we don't really need at this stage. We're going to do this one here. We go more evil. All right, let's keep on moving through, and we might as well scout out the area. Okay, so we've got this stack now. Let's go down and clear out this one here. So this will be. I'll just do a quick save. This So we're going to get more growth. What we're doing, it's a low risk battle, but it still, you know, can cause a little bit of issues. So if we have a bit of a look, this one is, these are 2 monk units. These will also have the that eldritch, that umbral aspect to them. So it's got sandwalk. Moving through sand costs 5 movement points instead of 6. Okay, it's got the leap, which won't affect us much, to be honest. So let's do manual combat, just so we can see the new units in action. And this will be at a blossom, at a tree blossom. I'm just going to grab a drink of water while this gets set up. So all the creatures we find that have got legs on this map are going to always have this eldritch appearance. So they're going to have these tentacles as legs. So these monks are coming through. When you're playing a game of, like, just to go through the basics, if you're new to the game, each faction or each unit does have different abilities, different things that they can do. These monks, like, it's always important to probably just click and then either click down in the bottom here to bring up their, like, so you can see what they've actually got and how they actually operate. So this is the monk unit that we see. It's a Tigran. It's a Tigran unit. It's the Purring Paladins is the actual group in through there. These are also Oathsworn, actually, which is interesting. I mean, they are monks, I guess, so that does make it sort of not that it really matters that much, but that's where they're from. The melee strike, yeah, so they've only got a melee strike through there. So third attack in a turn deals 12 spirit damage to the target and adjacent enemies. So if they don't move, so this is interesting again. So there's a bit more nuance with this. If they don't move, then they end up essentially getting a fairly powerful third, like it's 2 quick jabs and then a big powerful hit at the back end there. So that combo is massive, actually. They can meditate, heals 15 temporary hit points, has 2 negative status effects dispelled, and enters defensive mode. Now, they will use that when they get damaged. They've got the leap as well, which allows them to jump to 2 locations. You can see there the 3 black dots with the blue around it. Which I should probably get to it. Yeah, these 2 in through here. Means it doesn't take up any action points. They're the action points. So with melee strike, we can see there it's like one action per move, up to 3 repeating. That third one being the combo, which we have to try to avoid. It's got Curse Eater. So at the start of each turn, a unit loses 1 random negative status effects and heals. Okay, wow. Disabling it if disabled if the unit is burning. Now we won't be able to cause burning yet, but we will eventually. So we'll sort of we'll aim to head that way anyway. Elusive. Gains 4 defense and resistance against retaliation attacks. That's because it's a Tigran, essentially. Gloomstrider. This is what it gets because of its legs. Turns the target race into umbral beings, which grants them the umbral demon unit type. If they float, they don't actually walk. They've got umbral flesh as well, so they end up with extra morale, plus 12 hit points per turn on the world map. And so they actually heal. So this is while they're in Gloom territory, which we're not going to find much on the map, I don't think. And so this unit is immune to Umbral Malady if we did actually have the Umbral Abyss on the map, which we don't. So anyway, that's what they do. So they're fairly powerful. This is the Blossom Trees, the new sort of location that we've got through here. Now, pretty much all my units are going to be fairly good. They can actually reach all the way down to the leader here. I'm just going to go and set up like the combat that we want. Now we've got 2 of the polearm units, so I'll set them up. They can get in around here, not that it matters that much. I'll just set that one up there. I'll just set these up as essentially the targets. Then use these to come in. And again, we've got like three strikes in through here, but we also then have this defensive strike. Now they can move in and leap. So I'm just going to keep them around. They're going to target this unit. They're probably both going to leap into here somewhere, I would guess. They only leaped at length, at range 2. So I think we're safe enough there. You have to be very cautious when you play this game. Here they come, and are they going to leap? Okay, so they've smacked this guy here. If we now have a look at it, you can see it's going to do a lot of damage, because it's going to do 32 damage from physical and spirit because of what we see there. If we press Control, we can then see the exact what's going on. So when you press Control, you get more information. So we've got the 21 physical, 11 spirit damage will then go in if they do those 3. This one through here, we end up with a lot of attacks. Working fairly well. I've got only 1 action point there. I've got 2 action points there, so I'm better off actually having that one hit this guy. We also then have our main guy that can do a fair bit of damage. This one's got spirit weakness. We've got 90%. The reason, okay, this is again just to sort of highlight what's going on with this particular combat. So we actually have this purging blast, which does spirit damage. You can see down at the bottom there, it's got the three dots again, with one of them being filled up. It just means it's a single action point attack, which means that I can move to here, for example, get a 90% attack on this one, and if I do it, I can always undo it. So if I just go around to this other side and then line it up, you'll see it's got now flanked with spirit weakness. I do 23 damage to that one. If I just undo that particular move, if I do it from here, I'll do 18 because I won't, and if I press Control, actually there's nothing happening there. If I have a look at this one through here, you'll notice that it's green until it actually goes to this unit, and then it turns to red. So it can't get past that other unit effectively. If I press Control, it will then tell me. So the 18 damage that we're doing, it's 50% chance to hit it, and the reason it's 50% is there's a minus 40% because it's obscured. Now there is actually something that's not really shown in the game, but when you see a 90%, it means that that's a 90% chance of getting a full hit, but there is also another 25% chance of getting a graze. So even if we miss the unit, we're going to get a graze anyway, which does half damage. So 90% is much better than, say, 25. If I move to there, it's 25 back to the other unit, which means that there's a 50% chance of doing some damage. Let's just go back out this way and hit this one. We have this one as well, which I think I'm going to move into this other side. I've got this one as well that can go back in. I'm going to scoot around the back here, just so I can actually sort of do... I've only got 1 action there or there, so I might as well go all the way to the back. The more characters you kill in a stack, the better off you are. Cause sundered defense. Let's just go this way with this one here. There is a retaliation that comes back. But we have inner fire, which is when they hit us, that causes them damage as well. So we've actually, by hitting them with this unit, we've actually caused sundered defense. So we sort of see back through there. There's so they've got -1 defense, -1 status resistance, and it's been stacked twice with what we have through there. This one here I can kill off. And we'll be able to kill this one off as well. The placement, the initial placement is the key to everything to do with these battles in Age of Wonders. So even though it's a really simple little battle, you can see we hardly took any damage, which is great. But it's it's important to sort of know how to play those battles. I think a lot of new players to the game actually end up they move too much out and aren't thinking defensively. In this case, it's funny, they've improved everything. They haven't improved this where the green and the yellow meet. This one will heal up completely next turn. So Stricklet can annex another province. That's good. We do have the gold there now. Would have loved to have gotten mana somewhere. It's just not going to happen. We may have to try to find avenues to get more mana, actually, other ways. Let's go and grab, which we do. I'll get the mine, so we can start to get the mining through there. They're still around in the ocean, grabbing everything. And possibly from here. It could be where they're located. Okay, we've got another group in through here. This one's 256. Again, we're going to need that. So we're healed up and ready to go. I'll just do another quick save here. Actually, what else have we found? Divide revealed. So, our scrying has revealed one of the secrets of this realm, a land divided in two by an ocean. So this central ocean that runs through here, if we just zoom back out, there'll be an ocean that separates a big landmass in the north by the looks and in the south. So that looks to be what that ocean is. So we're finding out more and more about the world. Yeah, we're going back in here. 3 turns for that one, 1 turn for that one. It's okay. So Korosami is saying, why hexes so appealing to me? I know, I'm the same. I love hexes. So Sleazy McDude is saying, are you a dwarf commanding simians? No, everyone's playing simians. We're not. We're playing as chaos dwarves. So we're a dwarf controlling dwarves in this instance. So that's how we're actually going. Actually, one thing I should show, I'll play this battle out. I'll just do manual combat again. By the way, if you are learning the game again, or playing the game does have like a replay your battles feature. Make good use of it, because you learn so much by replaying what if you're used to rushing in with most games, and you get punished in this game, then rush in. One of the other things you'll notice is the change in the banners have now got like when there's an enemy, it's actually now got like a little spikes around it. Just one little extra thing that's been added in. Now, what have we got again? Got more of these same these are zealots now. These are different again. So these are not monks, and these are ensorceling lupi. So these are wolves. They've got pack tactics, which means that they like to work together. They get the pack hunter a passive ability. They're athletic, so they've got fast movement. If we have a quick look at what they've just got melee strikes, which do a little bit of spirit damage. Basic 6% chance of inflicting condemned until the end of the battle. Condemned will, if I can get it, it gives -3 status resistance, so it makes them susceptible to magical attacks. They've got defensive mode, warding, because they're standing next to support unit. Bloom Strider, Pack Hunter, Umbral Flesh, Zeal. So base attacks deal +2 spirit damage. This damage is doubled against condemned units, so they can do even more spirit damage. Effects are increased for non-repeating attacks. Alright, that's fine. Close that one off. At the back there, they have a chaplain. It's a support unit like what we are. We've got Spirit Blasting through here as well, so similar to what we have. Healing Prayer, Bless, Defensive Mode, Pack Hunter has kicked in. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with. So, pretty simple, again, like with what we're seeing through here. They're just going to come through the gap. We can sort of see where the red is. When I click on one of these, they can move out to where we started. And I'm just going to move my defensive units up. They get multiple hits. So if they move to there, they've got 2 hits. They've got 1 hit there. So if they move into that location, that's only one 1 hit. If I move to there, they get 2 hits at me. So I'm better off just being slightly back. We've got one more. So that blocks them off. Move them in behind, and again these are quite defensive, so I'm better off being behind the polearm units. Yeah, we'll just move that up as well. That way we'll get warding, which will help a little bit for spell casting and stuff. Okay, and rather than walk up and take a shot, we'll then expose this magic user, so I don't want to do that. So we'll only get a single shot here. We have a first attack that's now got its defences down a little bit. We've been condemned. Only a graze, so that they didn't actually roll a high enough number. So I can actually smack this one. Got a flanked shot there. I can actually take that one on. I can take it on with this as well. So I'm going to do that. These have to. We would then end up in its zone of control, and it then can't use this while it's in the zone of control. So look at this one here. Got the 90% there. Let's just do that. No retaliation strike there. We've got 2 shots from both of these areas. I might just do this just so we can sort of start to surround these. This one as well, I get 2 shots there with a flanking shot, and that will kill it. Excellent. This one we don't get the flanking shot because the flanking shot would be any of those 3 there, but we can still just come in close. So these have both been condemned. And I can get the kill here, so I'll take that. And our morale went up. Morale is incredibly important in this game. It's trying to now run so it can use its spell casting. Maybe graze again. So to see what's happening with that grazes, I can just open up this one and we can sort of see the Chaplain used a Spirit Blade. It needed a 35 out of 100 and it only got a 33, so it sort of only gets a graze. If it had have got a 3, it would have been a miss because it's 25 away. Alright, so let's just keep on moving these in. I could have put that into defensive mode actually. I keep on forgetting that that's an ability that we have. Right, it's down. Right, that just clears out that area. Okay, heavy armor greaves. So it gives +3 defense. And some gold as well. We'll open our hero screen. I'll actually show you the differences now in the hero screen as well. And so we do actually have the greaves in through here. I'll just go and add them in, so that'll give us more defense for him. Probably end up giving that to somebody else. We'll just confirm that. The now we have actually gone up a level as well, and so this is actually now this is completely new in the base game. So it's now split between what style of character you are. We're a champion of the people. If we were a wizard king, we would actually then have a different style in through here. A dragon would have a different style, and the eldritch rulers also have a different style. We've got ritualist in through here, which is because we're a support unit. We end up with the specific things back in this area for the ritualist, and then the signature skills are still down through here. But these do actually have like various sort of other unlocks and things. So it's much more contained now than what it was. Now we've got so the mortal champion. We've got different abilities back in through here. We've got the so restore a target friendly unit heals plus 10 temporary hit points. Conjure wild growth. Create obscuring flora in a 1 hex radius. Conjure astral ward. Summon immobile astral. Yeah, I don't think I want any of those. And then we've got the raising undead. I don't think I'll worry about those at this stage. I think we'll just go back to some of these. Defensive formation or offensive formation. You can only have one or the other. Then it sort of will then lead on to champion of perseverance or the champion of war. Getting the XP, experienced leader. So while army leader, all non-hero units. This is a very good one to get early. So logistics training. So while army leader, all non-hero units, it's less upkeep. That's another good one as well. I really like these. Foraging. So while army leader, all non-hero units in the army gain regenerate. Back and through that other side, and also then endurance training back and through that other side. And then we've got command. So target friendly non-hero unit regains its action points. That's a good one as well. But I'm going to go XP in this instance, so we'll confirm that one. Just so we can start to get our actual army as leveled up as much as we possibly can. So this is also another completely different thing. I should have shown this earlier. So this is who we are. We're a Godir governor of Stricklet. Is the actual city that we actually have. Our renown is only level 1. So this is actually this is a new mechanic in the game, and we need 70 to level up. So we're sort of slowly making our way through the various renown levels. So what we end up to improve our renown, we have to then look at what we have with ambitions. And so instructor, this hero aims to lead the most experienced force in the world. So having a whole lot of legendary mode characters, which we'll get fairly quickly actually, the style that we're going to be playing, that shouldn't be too much of a trouble. So being an instructor, we then have a major ambition, which is a one-off boost to renown, and we have minor ambitions as well. And so what we end up having through here is that the major ambition hero leads a full army of legendary rank units, and we'll get there relatively quickly, to be honest. And so once we achieve that, we then get 200 renown, and then the minor ambition is that we rank up units in this hero's army, and so the reward is plus 5 renown per unit that levels up. So the more we do those level ups, I didn't realize that was actually what had been designated for us with the instructor mode. And so what we've got now is we're going to be leveling units up very, very quickly. And even the style that we're approaching, we're going to be able to pick them up. So we just picked up experienced leader, which then gives us another 2 experience per turn to all the characters in the actual army itself. Okay, that's good. So we'll close that one off. So that's all new. So the Archive 98 saying, you look angry. Our character is, yes. We're sort of playing as like Chaos Dwarf type units. So what does Disenchant Gear give you? We can't set up in through here, but what it does is it allows us to use the item forge. So we need to have a wizard tower to build the item forge, and when we disenchant equipment, we end up with like an ability to then make our own equipment. So once we get the item forge, in fact, if I hover over it, unlocks the item forge, allowing you to create custom heroes using the binding essence. So when you actually when you disenchant an existing magical item, you then get that binding essence that you can then sort of make to build your own equipment, which is again a great little mechanic. They've got so many great mechanics in this game. Anyway, let's continue on. So orders required for this stack. I'm tempted to go underground, but I think I'm going to avoid that for now. Looks like they're going to be heading down there anyway. This particular group. They started underground. They wouldn't be surprised if that's where their home is. Let's just keep on scouting out around here. See what we can find. Yeah, they've changed. Like the game has changed enormously over over recent months, even before this DLC. They're declaring friendship. I'm just not going to get involved. All right, so we've now got this. We've got water, basic seafaring. We do actually have defeat an infestation grants you a unit based on the infestation defeated. Ooh, that would certainly improve our army. It's 100 Imperium. We've got 320. We don't need this outpost one just yet. I'm thinking of grabbing that because that's the next thing we're going to be doing. So let's go and grab that. Close that one off. Spells ready to cast. Here we go. We've now got obsidian weapons as well as earthkin. So we've just got enough for this one here. It's going to take a long time to get these. Obsidian weapons. I'll go that way. Well, we need the shrine. We need to get the mana, so we'll go that way. Oh, I can now get the Oath Square as well. Town Hall version 2. That again would be another good one for us. Look, I get the shrine because I need to boost my mana, so I can get the obsidian weapons in there. All right, what else have we got that we can now go and do? Select new research. The Lesser Stone Spirit. Again, it's going to cost me. I can no longer shuffle. I don't really ever rate these. They're not terrible, but Stone Spirit. Let's go that way. We are 2 turns off getting this Sworn Guard. These guys are still just essentially just soldiers, tier 1 soldiers. If we have a look at these, if I just right click on them, you sort of see that they start off as recruits. Sorry, they start off as actually soldier. They've got plus 10 hit points already. Veteran, they get another plus 10. Elite, they get plus 10, but then another extra protection. They do extra damage. Champion, they end up with the another plus 10, and then legendary, they get even more again as well. So the faster we can level these up, the better. And again, we get renown for that one. Well, not renown, sorry. We get renown, not devotion. Now we're in neutral at the moment. If we can just get up a little bit higher. We then become adherent. Yeah, we can't do much with that one. Might go underground. Actually, we might claim that first. Scroll back a bit. The brigade camp is still asleep. Rivalry was declared with the other one. So goodbye. Tothcourt to send a war party. So they're going to come and start raiding our territory. So they'll come into these locations and start to do things. So we'll just sort of stay close by. We'll just go and clear this one out. we've got a fairly strong group out. It's now worth 425 because of the level ups to soldier level. And these are just a couple more monks. I'll just go auto combat. So we took a little bit of damage there, but nothing too bad. We'll just go and close that one. So you don't have to fight the battles. The AI does a good job of fighting them. Devotion has changed from neutral to adjacent to adherent. Actually, this is because we've got the... so we'll now see that we're now adherent in our devotion. Actually, that was because winning combat with lower army power. We're getting +4 every time we do. Sorry, with higher armor, winning combat with higher army power. We're getting +2 every time we do it. We're now gone from 19 to 21. So all these little battles actually make a difference. And that then means that the actual creatures we have are going to now fight better. So if we have a look at these guys in here again with the inner fire, warrior's soul, sorry. So at adherent we do +3 fire damage. So a little bit more fire damage. So base attacks deal extra damage when the attacker is not outnumbered. So based on the culture's devotion, there we are. So when we go in with superior numbers, that's going to be helpful. Just get ready to come back down this way. And yeah, we've got just a handful of units through there. 304 points in here for that brigand camp. We annex another territory. Grab the gold mine again. There's something on there. Okay, we'll end our turn there. The archive is saying, will you play Civ 7? If I can get hold of it, I will. Yes. Oath Warden laments your ongoing war. War's only just begun. We want to destroy them. Now we do actually have this unit which can't get close enough for the attack. Just do a quick save here. I'm just going to auto combat this one as well. Now we lost a unit, so let's go and replay this one. So the fact that that we don't want that to happen. These guys are leveling up as well, which is great. So just go and retry. And so this is their brigand camp. Yes, again, we're seeing all these. We've got 2 support units, only 1 fighter unit, and an honor blade. These are lizard men, lizard honor bound, melee strike. So these are actually honor. These are oath sworn as well. Melee strike, defensive strike. So similar to what we've got, very similar. Get poaching blast again. Again, we just want to form a block there. It's a negative. Can't easily make our way around there. Damage helps. To start to go around the obstacles. I need to get this to move in there. It's still inside its zone of control. Got poisoned. Now we do have the spells, and we do actually have Rock Blast. That'll kill that one off. Okay, just to sort of encroach, close in now on these support units. They'll go after this one again. Oh, they've gone that way. That's interesting. So they're protecting themselves. So I'm going to start to surround them. And I do actually have this defensive strike. I've only got one strike anyway, so I might as well use the defensive strike, which will do even more damage. It puts me into a defensive mode, which makes them harder to do damage. Now this one here is poisoned, and it's down to 50%, so I'm going to leave that one out of the fight. Poisoned. Missed. All right, bring the one through. Just moving out of the way to be able to then do their attacks. $65, that's about as good as we can expect there, I think. That's good. That will kill that one off. Okay, I've got it now. So we've been able to get through this one now unscathed. Almost. So the other character at the back there, he's no longer poisoned. I don't think he is, or is he? Oh, he is. He's poisoned for another 2 turns, so he's just slowly losing health. I don't want to use the mana up with the spell casting, so I'm just going to leave it where it is. And it can't afford to run. So now we just get the kill. By the way, experience is shared amongst the groups that were in the fight. So it doesn't matter who gets the killing blow. That's different to Age of Wonders 3. Okay, so everyone survived, but we lost a little bit there. Now we will pick up a creature from this. So we just go and close that one. And these are the rewards that we got. So we end up getting a seal bearer. So this is a battle mage unit. This is cool. This is lizard on a bound. They do the seal bolts and the resonant seal back and through there. They do sort of like poison and spirit damage. Got the King's Blade back in through this other side. So adjacent allies gain honor blade. Now that's not going to be good for us. It's a good weapon. They do plus 20% damage if they get honor guard. Okay. We'll open the hero screen. Cloud in a bottle. This one is in a 3-hex cone, pushes back all units 1 hex and inflicts wet. That can be sort of useful, but not really for us. We'll confirm that. We also have this this blade. Yeah, incompatible with our hero class. So there's a lot more nuance now to how you deck out your heroes. We went up another level. So the next one down through here is the wild unit leader. All non-hero units in the army have minus 20% unit upkeep, which is a good one for us. We do get the extra regeneration as well, but I think I'm going to go this way. Okay, that's good. Close that one. And so we now have this other unit, which is a tier 2 unit. What I'll do is I'll flick out one of the fighters. He can just go on his own. And this one can come and join the group. So these are the lizardkin. So we now have a lizard man battle mage. Quite a unique one. It is pretty cool actually the way it does work. Let's just go and move them back out. Okay, we've got another hero that wants to now come and join us. So we've got Free to the Friendly. Now there's also differences here, and this is base game differences. So we've got a scholarly governor. This is what they like if they govern a city. Now it's not going to affect us because we can only have one city, but normally this would be important to see what they do. And they also then have a secondary ability, Raider. So this one here, the hero thrives on raiding the raiding of enemy territory. So when at combat in enemy territory, they're rewarded with 100 renown, and that's a major ambition. Minor ambition is to pillage a province. This one likes pillaging. This one here is a collector. So if we just go across this one through here, this is Foals and the Unwavering. Collector and through here, major ambition, fully equipped with tier 2 plus items. Yep. So he gets 200 renown and 600 binding essence. Minor ambition, have an item equipped for 5 turns. Yeah, that's easy done. That's very easy done. So we've got a defender and a ritualist. I think the ritualist again, you know. Yeah, let's inspect and then bring this one in. So let's go and I think we'll remove this bucket hat. We'll recruit this one for 150. So very similar to the hero that we actually have. If we just go back in, we can then just go back in and change the appearance. Actually, sorry, that's the wrong one. Just appearance back in through here. We can change classes and things as well if we wanted to. That one there. Yeah, Radigar saying, I question the ability of a healer wearing a bucket for a helmet. Yeah, absolutely. Don't even mind the look of that, to be honest. Just overall. Let's go that way. So the skin's the same as what ours is, which is fine. The skin decoration, probably just go no decoration, or maybe even the same gold one that we actually have would be okay. The helmet, the outfit, I'm happy with that. Cape, I'm happy with. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so I'm happy with everything there. This is Lady Frida, the friendly. So yep, that's fine. Just accept those changes. So yeah, pillaging is what we need to do with her. So we'll close that one off, and so she can start to go back and start to pick up her own group. So ultimately we'll end up with like 2 stacks. This is now enough for us to go and destroy that city. Reduce the shrine. We're getting plus 30 per turn now. Mana obelisk for 4 turns. Build 2 quarries. I'm going to get the town hall, because that's boosted. And I'll get yet more of these. Another sworn guard. Alright, that'll do us in our turn. Might have a quick look and see if we can start to... yeah, we can actually now start to do excavation. Just when I sort of end up close to things, I might as well do this. Just dig our way around in here. Provinces being pillaged, there we are. So we'll clean them out first. Now we've got 2 turns before that becomes a problem. Okay, we can now get Earthkin, so we'll do this transformation. Alright, that's a bit much. Close that one off. So we need 80 before we can do the next one. We'll end our turn here. Okay, your claimed province has been captured. So they were underground here. Alright, so they've actually got this territory in here. They're building an outpost, yeah. Alright, we'll have to destroy that as well. Hopefully they'll make it into a city. Got some injuries back into this other side. But we need to do this. Just do a quick save. Just do an auto combat. If we lose any of these wounded units, we'll come back. No, we did okay there. Oh no, actually this one is this one ran. This unit has been routed, but will reappear in a nearby city shortly. Now it's very, very close, so it'll end up back there. So that'll be fine. So it even though it technically, you know, basically it ran, but it's still okay. Just close that one off. And we then pick up, we've got a new bounty. Just going to cancel doing that one. The remains have been collected. If we go and inspect, we do actually have an amplifier, grants 20% magic damage. This is a deadly staff of magic missile. It's tier 2. I don't mind that actually. So to get hold of those, we can actually just sell their remains. Let's do that. And if we then go back to this particular group, so these are a bit injured. So at the moment we've got the purging staff. So we'll put the deadly staff in there. So this one can have that one, and then also I'll give them the amplifier. Confirm that. We've got the next location. We do have water provinces here as well. Let's get a forester there. The library is boosted. This will give us faster unlocks. The tavern is boosted, which will make our city happy, and we're not happy at the moment. It's sort of unstable. I might just grab that just so we can get it out of the way. We can now start to get our tier 2 units as well, if we can afford them. There's nothing much else down this way. I might just go back up the top. So we've got obsidian weapons. We'll now cast this one. I've got the summon lesser stone spirits. We'll select new research. Now the pledge of, we've got stone skin. This is a buff spell. We also have gargoyles, which I would like to get. And pledge of strife. So this one grants non-cult units the warrior's soul. I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm just going to go. I'll go for gargoyles. Right. Now, still needs to heal up a little bit in through there. This one's now back home again. I think it is, or maybe it's still on its way. Still looks like a new one actually. So it's not the one that escaped. This one still has to heal up as well, so we'll just sort of hover in here, just get ready for the assault. We should have another one still coming home fairly soon. Now, we have the Vow Keeper and the Seal Bearer, which is, this is the one that I do want to be getting into our stack. So we'll grab one of those. After Troth Court. Spell ready, obsidian weapon, so now we can cast it on all of our units. Now this is going to, the total unit upkeep is going to be 14 after we do this one, so it's going to be, like again with our lack of mana, it's a bit of an issue. But we'll do it anyway. So we've now got obsidian tipped weapons. We'll just go continue. We're only getting plus 13, which is not great at all. Yeah, city structure's costing less to build. We'll grab that. That one still hasn't come back home yet. They're okay. This has still got one more turn. I'll wait one more turn. That turn there. I should have a look and see if these guys are at war with each other. Okay, who have we got? This is the heroine. Frida the Friendly greets you with. So, what do you want? Deepest desire remains to witness a golden dragon with my own eyes. Might I go find one? So go then. So what do we have to do? Accept this quest. Frida the Friendly herd cattle to take her mind off golden dragons. We won't do that. Gains lower morale. We won't do that one. So we'll go and look for the golden dragon, wherever that might be. Did we have a bit of a look to see if these guys are at war with each other? No, they're not. They're just peaceful. Alright, so highlands have been revealed. Now this is actually good for us with our mountain climbing that we just got before. So this world has plenty of mountains and highland provinces are common, which is actually, as I say, good for us because we can just now walk straight across mountains with the with that earthkin style that we actually have. Earthkin here, so mountain walking. It's now ready to go. The Golden Dragon, where the hell is that? They've built a city. Okay, well this is definitely something we can destroy. And then we end up with getting an extra income with that as well. If we have a quick look at who we are. If we have a look at the, that's diplomacy quests, heroes, magic, where's our empire? Let's go this way. So with the chosen destroyers, so here we go. If we end up raising cities grants a permanent plus 40 gold, plus 40 mana, and plus 40 knowledge income. So the more of these we can do it, this is how we're going to have to get our mana. That will then allow us to then feed stronger armies, bigger armies. So we've got Trothcorp, which we're sort of just heading straight towards. So let's now just move that one, the group out that way. Now the Golden Dragon. It's over there. Okay. Go back for that one. Now that's another thing being built there as well. It's all massive income for us. Deposits found. Back down that way. That's okay. Empire development skill. Back in through here. Destroying an infestation or conquering a free city grants a stack of 300 relations. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that one, because we don't want to be making relations with anyone. Because we're playing as the Chosen Destroyers. Bathhouse. Now we're actually now got our happiness up to stable, so that's sort of going to be helpful. Training hall gives us gold and draft. I think we'll go that way. The Wizard Tower we can get in 2 turns. It's not bad. Stonemason. Wizard Tower will allow us to start to get the item forge, but maybe it's a bit early for that. Yes, just yet. We'll end our turn there. Half-Blood is saying Chosen Destroyers are so overpowered if played properly. Well, we're sort of lucky that the other people have actually. We've only found one independent, which is a bit of a shame, which means we are going to have to go to war. But we should be able to then take this one, which will give us a big boost to our income. We will move this one up this way. What should we do here? Maybe another quarry. Okay, so Ras greets you with contempt. Okay, this is another one that we've now found as well. Arcane Molemen. So they've come out of nowhere as well. Just say goodbye. So that's their city there that they're building. The Wizard's Bond. Look, I need to have a friend, and this one's powerful. Overall, still coming 9th. Our ranking is terrible. Our military is okay, but everything else is bad. So I'm going to actually accept this. I'll probably break it at some point, but at least that sort of keeps them away. They've sent a war party out. Now, we might as well clean it up on the way through. Actually, if we attack it, they will both attack. It's a risky battle. I'm going to... Oh, God. We can stay back and then kill it off. I would like to start the siege, though. Maybe we'll just hold back. Let's just clean them up as they come through. I think a scout of theirs, maybe. Okay, this is cool. They've come in. Now, even though it's really, really one-sided, I'm going to auto-combat, but if we take any real damage, I'm going to replay it again. Yeah, this is not what I want, because that will then stop me from effectively taking over that city too quickly, so I'm just going to retry. It may still end up there, because they may be using spells now. We now have both stacks. So we just start to sort of now move up. So we've got a little bit of protection there. That's everyone. So this one has got a this one's okay, this one's got the archery. Go after my ruler. I need graze. This one's range 6. But everything's too far away. That'll still be okay. Okay, let's just leave it there. End our turn. Yes, that's because we're in the bushes. It makes it difficult for them. We are burning now. So we've taken a bit of damage here. We need to finish this one off if we can. You graze. Spell casting wise, I think we'll actually make use of the Rock Blast. Just cancel the retaliation. So then it just means that the others can then go in and fight fairly freely. Some fire damage coming back. That'll kill that one off. There's some retaliation. You graze because they're in the bushes. Do a defensive strike. That'll just get rid of their retaliation, so we can now just hit these with the others. It's too far away. But that seal now connected, which means we can't miss, but we got the kill here anyway. Okay, everyone's morale has gone up, which means we can get more critical hits. Okay, we'll need that turn. It's now, it takes more movement to go into these bushes. Be a little bit careful of this one. I think I'm going to leave that one behind. It looks like we are going to get a bit damaged here. Start to do the damage. And you graze. I don't really want to go into that. The AI is pretty effective the way it does play. I can just, I can't do it. Cooldown is still happening with that one there. So raise.
Yeah.
Move that one off. And we'll move this one up into there. That will do us. Okay. End our turn. It's getting ready to run. Yeah, just this high foliage is slowing us right down. God, I like the changes here. Just these little things here, like with going through the foliage, you know, with it actually chewing up extra movement is very, very cool. There's fire in those areas. Should be running. All right, we'll leave that there. Missed. And missed again. Lucky for us. Now do start to bring it down. There's a critical hit, and critical hit was enough. The enemy is fleeing the field. You wish to claim victory. Now this is where we get more renown, because if we don't accept this, so we're going to go no, because this is actually now good for us to because we're Strifeborn. We just basically keep it going. I think that's what it is. I think we get extra renown for that one. So we still lost a bit there. Actually, probably not as much as probably not as good as I thought we were. We only collected two there. So okay, that's fine. It might be when we actually come up against an independent, and then they say they're going to run, and we just hunt them down. That might be what it is. So I may have misconstrued that one. We'll just close that one off. The claimed province has been captured. Okay. Well, again, that will become another city, I would assume, and we can then go and clean that one out as well. Okay, these are magical. Oh, hang on. Cancel, retreat. Yeah, pillaging would have been good, but anyway. Let's do what we have to. Let's do a quick save here. And auto combat. Damn it, we lost two. We can't have that. This is a level 4 back in through here. So I'll retry. So the archive is saying, I think it would be good at explaining Civ 7. You take your time. Yeah, I do take my time. I know it's helpful for people trying to learn games, but it's also can be a little bit too slow for people trying to evaluate games. Anyway, that's just the way it works. Can't have it all ways. You have to have it just one way. And slow and plodding is my way, which probably isn't a good thing. I'm going to go into the trees with the wounded units. We don't have a lot. It's quite simplistic with what we're dealing with in here. Let's just move some of these up. That's good. I'll open myself up there with Dvalin. Just to bring them in. Because they're, this unit here is a, actually is a support unit? Yeah, it is. The Lightbringer of Healing, right. So we're in the trees, in the foliage here. Whoa. Oh, that's right, constrictors. I forgot about them. That's not good. Right, well, that one's in a lot of trouble. It is in a lot of trouble. A world of pain here. We can start the process of killing this one off. I want to get these constrictors actually, or the ruler here. Probably the ruler. So we can start to now attack it. Oh, I should have set that one up a bit differently. I'm going to put this one into defensive mode. I'm going to face the ruler. And take it. Yeah, it's funny. Just little things like the extra movement cost to go into the more difficult terrain is fantastic. It's really actually changed the strategic maps. They use default devout radiance. We've got counter stance in through here. So friendly units in a 1 hex radius gain for 1 turn first strike, an extra retaliation attack, and defensive masters. Now defensive masters, what does that give us? Yeah, I think I might use this. I never thought I'd use it, but I can actually do it there and apply it to both of these units. So they're now going to have that ability. Can't expect this thing to really survive. Yep, it's down. It's gone. That's not bad for us because it keeps this guy in the middle here. You know, I don't really want to be losing units, but it's just going to have to be what it is. Don't have any great abilities there. Get a 90% there, but it then blocks the avenue of the fighters. So I'll keep the 50s. Just go for the kill. That is good. We've got this one here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't use that against that one, but I can move in a bit closer, and then it's 100%. So I get 2 shots there. Let's move them on past. I'm moving it out here just in case the constrictor does anything, so I mean it probably will anyway. That constrictor there has had no damage done against it at all. cause bleeding. I think what we'll do is we'll use the... which one should we do? Bring this one in. This one's too badly damaged. Bring it around the outside. We also have the magic missile. Oops, hang on. We also have the counter stance of the rock blast. Rock blast is going to do a bit of damage there. Yeah, I can kill that one off now. That's going to affect the morale of everyone else. So our morale went up. Their morale will be going down, but still fairly high, still medium. It's going to hurt. Sharing this one around a bit, but that does open things up here for us a little bit, which is not too bad. Because I can now come in and protect the rear of that one using that unit, or with this unit. I can double up there. Can I get another one in there? Yeah, I can bring another one in this other side. Get a flanking shot that way. Actually, I could have gone into defensive mode there. Probably a mistake that just start to whittle away at that one there. To bring these into here. There's a critical, that's good. Critical hits will also then just bring down their happiness. You can see it's now dwindled away a little bit. Graze, that's okay though. Another rock blast. I may be able to finish that one off with a rock blast. Not quite. The retaliation will kill it off if I do the rock blast. Or, probably even better, if I cancel that and do the counter stance for these three in here. Let's do that. That way we get extra retaliations. does open up that one for more attack. But it's interesting seeing the AI play with these constrictors. It's certainly different than what it was. Now that one died, I think. Just bring these across. I think it bled the other one. Those obsidian weapons doing the damage. Okay, that was critical hit. That's useful. I've got 2 shots there. Flanking shots too, which is good. That's just retaliation coming back. Kills that one off. Great. Only a 25% chance there, but we'll take it. And got it. Great. Okay, so we only lost the 1 unit, which is better than the 2 that they had lost. Okay, so we'll close that one off. And we now get to do our first so message received. Okay, so again they're liking this. This is good. Goodbye. Hero leveled up. So this one here, we've got the champion again. I'm going to still just do XP at this point in time. Let's get all these XPs going. Confirm that one. The closer, the quicker we can get them all leveled up, the better. So we'll close that one off. Ruler leveled up. I've done that one there. Yeah, this sort of stuff would actually be useful. Yeah, offensive formation's not bad either. Foraging training. So we regenerate plus 10 hit points per turn, which would, like, that's just in the world map, which would be good. Places command. So this one here is target friendly units regain its action points. That's decisive campaign. What's this top one? Command. Coordinated command. Target friendly non-hero gains its action points. This effect jumps to 1 additional target within 3 hexes. Only used once per battle. Cooldown of 2. Why would you go the other way? I don't get that. Confirm that one. Yeah, minor ambition. So we're getting good minor ambitions in through here. 5 to the next level up, and we get a army bonus of plus 5 unit morale, and the governor bonus. Acquiring new population requires 20% less food, so that would be fairly useful. Okay, so we'll close that one off, and remains have been collected. Yeah, that's the hardy plate would be good. We don't need the wolf mount, so I'll close that one off. Inspect. This was the weeding Blightbringer of healing. I don't think I'll worry about it. It does have a resilient channeling cloak. I think I'll just leave that one for now as well. Just to keep them in the crypt. We've already done that one. And Freddy the Friendly has completed a major ambition when a combat in enemy territory. So this one has now got this particular level up. This is only for the governor bonus, or the armor bonus actually. Everyone gets +5 unit morale. That's good. So that is the major ambition done for that unit very, very quickly. City waits its fate. So this is going to be we are going to raise. That's the only choice we actually have. So that's going to happen in 3 turns. Produce the training hall back and through here. The mana obelisk. Gargoyle has now been generated as well. Selecting research. Now we have different tomes. It's suggesting the Tome of Warding, which does give a static shield. That's a buff spell. It's not actually a major thing. Magical wards. This is a minor race transformation. Get different resistances. I don't think I'll worry about that one. Evocation with the lightning blades. The evoker. Don't think we need that one either. I'm sort of thinking of this one again. With the searing blades. Immolate. It's not bad either. The monk. I need a mastery. So it grants the target race mastery of its own internal energy. So 20% healing received in combat. That's actually not bad, is it? That's a very, very good one. Plus we then get the monk as well. That'd be fun. Let's just go that one, just for the fun of it.
True strength resides in self-discipline.
Oh, which way should we go?
Mastery oneself leads to mastery over all.
Empowered strikes. Makes the base melee attacks of enchanted units. So that's the polearms and the others. Third attack has a 60% chance of inflicting stunned. Oh my god, these are all incredible.
Find inner focus.
This one we get quickly because we get these empowerments better because of the runes that we have. We'll go that way. Yeah, it's building a city there. Okay, this is good for us. We're going to be able to destroy these little cities and get even more income. So we'll end our turn there. Yeah, we should pick up one more turn, I think, and we get one more turn. We get the seal bearer. Spells ready to cast, so we can do the summon lesser stone spirit, which I'm not going to do just yet. I want to save up this mana a little bit more. Okay, so we've got signature skills now have come through. So unlock signature skill at level 4 for Dvalin. Must have forgotten to do this one, I'm thinking. So we have, again, I really like what they've done here. They've made things make so much more sense. So we've got Chaos, Materium, and Order. They're the different things we actually have available to us. So these are globally. This is all we actually have that coming our way. And so with the initiative order, while army leader, all non-hero units in the army gain +1 resistance. Okay, Materium, we end up with +1 defense. And Chaos unlocks Inspiring Killer and Searing Strikes. Purging Strikes, Seal of Stone, or Order, Damning Strikes. I think I'll grab the +1 defense. Just select that one there. So this is now completely different, and now it has unlocked these two, Purging Strikes and Still as a Stone. The complexity without the intricacy is. I really like this a lot. I like what they've done a hell of a lot. It's very, very cool. It's so much better than the old system. Just confirm that. They do a very, very good job. Let's just stay where we are. Although maybe we can just quickly have a look downstairs. Turn there. So we'll see our when this thing does go away in one turn, we're going to get a big boost to our mana, which will be very, very welcome. And the more we destroy, the more income we're going to then receive. Okay, we've now got a level of renown that's now come through. So we've now got the unit morale bonus, plus population will now, it will grow the city faster, which will be good. What have we got under there? Icanium ore. It would be handy to start to get hold of some of these. But we have taken a bit of a beating here. Okay, that's a. I'll just go and move one of those across into that. Aha! There's another little city there. So size 6 town. Which we don't know about. Well, in that case, let's find out. So this is Magistrate Orden Soliel. Actually, I should use the Whispering Stone on my own city. Yeah, we're the first one to find them. I'll come back for them. We'll deal with them later. Now, one thing we should look at doing is getting that quick outpost. Let's grab that now. And we wanted to get this Arcanium ore. If I just have a quick look at the economic overview, we can then sort of see where the borders are for everything. And so this one in here allows us to build a conduit. I could see this being quite useful. Quite get far enough. Cancel. Yeah, we just need to move one more. Well, I think I'll build the outpost here now, and then we'll we'll clean this out at some future time. So we'll just build the outpost. It's only going to cost me 38 and then 1, but there will be an upkeep, a gold upkeep for it, but that'll be useful. So we'll just grab that one there. Let's just move on down. See if we can get close to our capital. Got the seal bearer now, so we'll move that one across. Now we lost one of our other smaller units. The gargoyles. These have got a 14 upkeep for mana, which I don't want to be doing that just yet. The seal bearers, 12 upkeep. Sworn guards are 8 and 2. Let's go another seal bearer. Vow keeper, purging blast, and we can then have healing. I think we've got another seal bearer at this stage. Now the ore means that we can then build. Ultimately, we can start to with the item forge, we'll be able to use things with the Arcanium ore. Precious opportunity. An old prospector covered in dirt hails you. Is it miners? Okay, where is this one? The prospector requests miners from Stricklet to unearth a magical stone deposit. Your share will allow a special project. So send miners and erect an obelisk to commemorate. So all cities of your empire, we get a little bit of stability. Get a Materium boon. Let's go up to higher Materium. Invigorating plate. So it's a hero item. What's the level of that one? Tier 4. That's not bad. To get a stone spirit. Then this is going to cost us mana upkeep. You can see there we've gone from 18 to 73 basically because that city is now gone. Here we've got the stone spirit. That's a full stone spirit. Tier 3 elemental. A shield unit. Does have quake. Would be a nice addition. I think I might go that way. So we now have that. There's a gold area there. We can work the gold mine if we wanted to as well. Let's just bring everything across now and just start to get everything set up. Not ready to attack yet. There's the old city ruins from what we just destroyed. Turn that off. If I just go back down, I'll just press page down, have a quick look and see. Yeah, this one costs 10 gold. So if I claim that, if I get a work camp, I can then go and claim this area, which would then give me the cost would then negate the cost of this. So we get 10 gold from that one. This one's costing 10 gold, and I can then get the Arcanium ore. It's not costing me anything. So we have to clear that as well, and we get extra, well, pretty much extra, we get extra mana from that one. The production won't go anywhere because it's not connected anywhere to a city at all, so that that's lost. And they've made a defensive pact. That's not good. Okay, all right. Well, that's a shame because it was something we thought we may have to go after. Okay, here Mines Grant plus 10 mana. Yeah, absolutely. Grab that one. So we will now get a boost there. Close that one. That should start to go up. Yep, we need to kill off those other cities as well. Outpost founded. I will grab the work camp. So we'll start to build that one, and then we can go into the next territory over there. Mana Obelisk. The Hall of Devotion. That's boosted as well. The library is also boosted. Now, why can't we get this monolith? Requires 2 conduits, which we can't build. I think the library would be a good one for us, so let's go and grab that. Yep, another gold vein found back in through there. That may be all we can do. Just clean all this out. Well, I might as well bring this one down actually, just so we can heal up. Yeah, I'll do that next. Here's our stone spirit. Bring that across to meet up with the others. I was going to just trespass, but now that they've made friends, I'd probably better not. That's the Shrieker tomb, which we have to go and capture as well. Still got 20 turns to do that. There's a pirate cove there, which is extending its territory in here. Should only stay pretty much inside that. Okay, another city there, level 4. Claim another province. So every gold mine we find is going to be important. There's some there. Forester. We've got empowered strikes. Select new research. And we've got devout radiance. Focus aim. Yeah, this one here. The enemy unit sustains 10 spirit damage. It's not bad actually. It's I might grab that one, I think. Found a brigand camp in through there, so we can clean that one out as well, pick up another unit. So we'll go back and we'll start to now go back and just prepare everything. Just keep the army back together again. So this one's got slight injuries, but that will now fix itself up now that it's inside our territory. Evil presence, that won't really worry us too much. Really need to get the injured units across. So just get them inside our territory just so we can start the healing process. View where you are, end our turn. So we've got a bit to clean out in here. Just wait till we get the stone spirit down as well. We'll be able to start the process. Got another one. Jarlan Voss. Okay, this is Warrior King of Voss and Jarlan Voss. Prove your strength to me, and we meet to conquer the realm together. Let's just say goodbye. I think that this is the guy that's coming first everywhere. Yep. Goodbye. Not sure where he is or how we located him. Okay, an infestation is sending invading forces. There's one over here, right? Okay, we don't know what that is, so we will need to clean that one out. Let's just go and again just wait until these guys have healed up. Now we're going to get the I might as well clean this out while we're here. Because we do need this. So yeah, this is the thing where if we allow them to flee, we pick up the renown by doing this one, or the devotion. So I'm going to chase them. I'll just do an auto combat. Yeah, that's fine. Close that one off, and the Helm of Hyper Awareness. Open up the this one here. Might as well wear it. Okay, I've got that one done. Confirm. Close. You know, I might actually unequip that, because that would be better off with the other character. See if a trade proposal. Decline that one. Goodbye. We're very evil now, which is good. Now we've got the work camp. Actually, we could get a conduit there, but it's oh god, it's more mana. I think that's the one. The gold will start to look after itself, but the mana we can always use. So let's go that way. We'll have to clean this one out now as well. So the saying, no, very evil is not good. It's the opposite. Picklefather saying the Oathbound seemed great. I'm glad that they're doing more interesting things with cultures, although I do worry about some of the base game ones falling behind, with many others having subcultures. Yeah, it's sort of. I have the same fear actually, that the game is going to become overwhelming for players who are who aren't really, who don't play a lot, just with the complexity of all of the additions. But I don't know, like it's sort of one of those things where they it's sort of. I am worried now, like with this one, because of, like, it is great what it does do, but it's is it leaving other players behind now at this stage? You can argue that it is. We have this one as a safe battle as well. I think I'll actually take this one on while we're here, just so we can boost this. Close. Okay, up to 86. Yeah, I think it was worth the 10 that we're losing there. I can only get, like with the outpost, I can only build one additional area to it. I have to get rid of this brigand camp as well. Hero leveled up. So this is Frida the Friendly. Now the less upkeep again gives me more money, so I'm just going to grab that one now. They are useful to get those fairly early. Ultimately will give me more gold at this stage, but it will eventually give me more more mana as well. Let's just keep them there until they heal up. together. We can go back and join up with her. So we're getting a nice little stack together now. So Cecil's saying, I think one can play the game at the level that one wishes to, so for it to be overwhelming, do not play with all the DLC, so I'm not worried. Yeah, okay, that's a good way of looking at it, I guess. I just know that with games like Stellaris, once you start and Europa Universalis, things like that, once you start to fall behind in those DLCs, you feel like you're missing out as well. Full Moon draws closer to the world. This is actually a global event. So this is a moon unlike any you've seen before. It glows with a white-hot steel shield. Soon salty waves stir with such violence that they will wash over beaches and cliffs alike. Storm clouds, black as ink, form over the seas and deluge the continents. Their burdens spilling on the saturated surface of the realm. So it rains. The colossal moon reigns supreme. So thunderstorms active in combat. So there'll be units taking lightning damage. Regions around the world turn into swamps. That's not good. Thunderbolts and lightning do not frighten me. Okay, so this is now, the colours on the map will now change slightly while we're under the effect of the colossal moon. Now we've got the next one of these, so we'll bring this one across. We need to grab another one. The granary, actually that will get us, we should have gotten that one earlier. And I'm going to go back for more of the Sworn Guard, I think. Okay, Ruined Realm has been revealed. So, yeah, free cities are rare, city ruins are common. Interesting, okay. Rivalry is declared. Goodbye. Free city is declared war. Yeah, everyone hates us. Spells are ready to cast. Empowered strikes. We'll definitely do this one. Okay, Devout Radiance. Looks like new research. Now we've got Stone Skin, which is a spell. We've got the Pledge of Strife, which is a unit enchantment. This grants non-culture units Warrior's Soul. This would actually be good for us, I think, now. Oh, maybe not. Mantra of Purification. This is a healing spell. Yeah, I might go that way, just so we can start to heal up units, because we've had a few instances now where units have become stuck a little bit. Reduce the library. We've got that one. Well, let's not worry about the war just yet. Let's just get ready to do this. These have still got a little bit of healing to do. Let's just go in and clean this out. Turn I really should get going, but I'll just play one more turn. It's one of those sort of games, isn't it, really? It's one more turn type of game. Aha. So they're now pillaging our province. I saw them before over here. I didn't react. Now we're going to unfortunately lose this. Nothing much I can do about it though. Just move that one across. Spell ready, empowered strikes. So we'll do this one here. Enchant. That's good. This is going to make us even more powerful. Damn it, they always just do this just as I'm ready to go in. And I really have to go back up top now. Let's just see what happens. I'll just do a quick save. We didn't lose any as such. I'll accept that. We get ourselves a War Shaman. That's a good support unit. That'll be good. We've got Juggernaut Greaves as well. Probably not something I really want, to be honest. Grants 2 defense, but can crush non-fortified obstacles, which is... look, I'll open the hero screen. Give that to Frida.
Yeah.
So it's got a little way to go just to get the healing back up again. So we are gonna need to react and sort of deal with some of the other things that are happening. Devout change, so we're now a devotee. That's good to know. Get more city stability, which is great. Okay, this is Diwali, has now got another signature skill. Base attacks. Actually, no, sorry, I can get these if I wanted to. Base attack has a 6% chance of removing positive effects. Still as a stone. What do we go back to here? The regeneration, I think, is what we sort of need at this stage. So we'll just keep on getting these support things. We'll close that one there. It's a quest from somebody else. One more turn, one more turn. There's a lot going on. We are going to have to come out and fix this up because they're just going to go around and destroy everything if we don't. So we need to go back and protect this. So ZXM is saying, anyone else having a crash? Yeah, someone reported that earlier. I forget who it was. Yeah, we've got to get rid of this pretty soon now. I think for the next session, that's what we'll do. Other ruler's made a defensive pact in through there as well. Damn it. That's not what we want. Okay, we've got another one that's now offering to join us. We've got a challenger. Delver. This one's a mage. I think I'll inspect this one and grab this one. Yeah, let's recruit this guy. Might as well just leave him where he is, I think. This one's good enough to go out and after the others. So they're working around in here, coming out from underneath in this other side. Okay, well, I do have to leave it here, guys, so I've got to get going, go for a swim, so I'm going to leave it there. Redigar saying nothing consistent like that for me. It crashed when I selected Dragon once, and that was that. Yeah, it's yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, crashes, ZXM is saying it crashes every time I start to enter the realm after a race leader and realm setup. Every single time? Wow, okay. Yeah, that's not good. I think that, I mean, there's a Age of Wonders Discord, and I know that the devs do actually look at that. They'll be wanting to crush any problems. If you just make sure you got all your mods turned off, and then try it again, I guess. I was surprised the other day when I did when I verified files on in my Steam, not for this game but for Distant Worlds, and it was ended up that had 50 something files that were corrupted, which isn't good. I think that's because it was like a different version of the game that I had been running. Anyway, guys, I do have to get going, so I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Just trying to think what time tomorrow. It should be okay. I think pretty normal time. I think I'll actually play another one here on YouTube. Then I'll probably move it all across to Twitch to finish it off, I think. So I'll do one more because I think there's still more to show. But yeah, hope that was enjoyable, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.